Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. Arkansas Delta Byways Regional Tourism. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Hot Springs. Keep Arkansas Beautiful. Saracen Casino Resort in Pine Bluff. The Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Arkansas Brighter Futures 529. Lyon College. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The University of Central Arkansas. Arkansas Game and Fish. Roller Funeral Home. Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia. Murphy Arts District in El Dorado. Ouachita Baptist University, and the Great American Conference.
The following is a special sports presentation from the EAB Sports Network.
It's time for Nettleton High School football on 101.3 Bob FM. Let's go! Presented by NEA Baptist, Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, First National Bank, and Kavanaugh Auto Group. Now let's go to the NEA Baptist broadcast booth and join Craig Miller for the First National Bank pregame show.
Do you remember the very first night of September? Well, here we are at Raider Field tonight, September the 1st, as the Raiders are set to host the Pocahontas Redskins in some good old-fashioned high school tackle football. Yellow again, everybody. My name is Craig Miller, and I want to welcome you back to another exciting broadcast of Nettleton Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. We are here in the NEA Baptist broadcast booth and high above Raider Field, and we want to welcome you into the First National Bank pregame show. Our pregame coverage is brought to you by First National Bank, where they put you first always. Let's start off by talking about the Raiders' last game. Last Friday night, we took the proverbial L as the Mountain Home Bombers defeated the Raiders by the score of 29-19. Mountain Home came in fresh off a win over Jonesboro in their scrimmage. I knew that we were in for a tough battle whenever I heard that. Any team that can beat Jonesboro is a legitimately good football team, and our Raiders hung with them. We were down by 3 points at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but Mountain Home scored a fourth quarter touchdown, and their defense stiffened, kept the Raiders out of the end zone. They escaped Raider Field with a 29-19 win. A lot of good things we saw from the Raiders last week. Maddox Hampton had a good game passing the ball to his talented complement of receivers. Downtown T.J. Brown, the sophomore running back, ran for nearly 150 yards in his varsity debut. That's some reason to be optimistic. Q Thompson, Nigel Bell both caught touchdown passes. A lot of reason to be optimistic. The Raiders only had one turnover, but it's like this. There are some times where you just tip your hat to your opponent and say, hey, you were better than us tonight. We did make some costly mistakes throughout the game, as is to be expected in week 0. But I don't want to take anything away from our opponents. The Mountain Home Bombers, they got the win. They deserved the win as they played a very good game. Tonight, we continue our challenging non-conference schedule as we play host to the Pocahontas Redskins. The Redskins compete in the 3-4A conference. They are a 4A school, but they have always played the 5A Raiders tough. Tremendous tradition, tremendous football program. They are coming into tonight's game with a 0-1 record. They lost to Southside last week, 34-13. But like the Raiders, they are used to winning, and they will do their gut-level best, I promise you, to get back on the winning track tonight. I had a chance to sit down with Coach Stephen Hampton and talk about the Redskins and last week's loss to Mountain Home. I tell you what we'll do. We'll take a 4-minute break, Gavin. We'll take a 4-minute break, and when we come back, we'll play the interview with Coach Hampton, and then we'll take another 4-minute break. So 4-minute break, Coach Hampton interview, another 4-minute break. We'll be back after that as we continue our pregame coverage brought to you by First National Bank. You've tuned in to Raider Football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Ball team, and that proved to be the case. I thought our kids competed, really well. Just made too many mistakes, overall to come out with a win.
Coach, I remember 2 years ago, Mountain Home came to Raider Field and smacked us around the first half. They led 21-7, if my memory serves. Then the Raiders made the comeback in the second half, scoring 21 unanswered points to beat the Bombers 28-21. It looked for a while like history might just repeat itself Friday night. Y'all outscored them 7-0 in the third quarter and only trailed by 3 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we had a chance. We came in and we felt pretty fortunate to only be down 10 because, quite honestly, we weren't real happy with how we played the first half and, felt fortunate to only be down by 10. And, we go out and we get a stop and we score. And so to pull within 3, and we felt really good about where we were at. And then we just never could kind of, get over that hump. Just mistake here and mistake there, and and then they scored, late to kind of seal the game for them. But I thought our kids competed. I don't think anyone was happy with our overall performance as far as the mistakes and things that we did. I felt like we could have played a lot better, but hopefully it's a learning tool for us, and hopefully we'll be a better team because of it.
Coach, looking at your stats from last Friday night, you were very balanced on offense, 168 yards passing, 179 yards rushing. 149 of those rushing yards came from sophomore running back T.J. Brown. I thought he ran the ball very well in his varsity debut.
Yeah, we've been very, very pleased with, T.J. and, how he's run the football, and Xavier Harrell whenever he's gone in and run the football as well. So I think T.J.'s got an extremely bright future, but, we're excited about what he brings to our offense, and, hopefully he'll just continue to get better and better as he matures and gets more experience.
Maddox Hampton passed for 168 yards and 2 touchdowns last Friday. And your receiving corps had a big night. Q Thompson, 55 yards receiving and a long touchdown reception, most of those yards after the catch. Nigel Bell had 5 catches and a touchdown. Curtez Smith, 8 catches for 53 yards. And Caleb Tedder had a big clutch 20-yard reception. Going forward, you've got to feel good about your passing game.
Yeah, we feel good about, the guys we have outside. You named them all, Kurt, Q, Nigel, and Tedder. And then there's guys that coming off the bench that can go in and catch the football. And then Maddox, just facilitating and getting those guys the ball. We feel really good about our passing game. Mountain Home did a really good job of trying to take away the deep ball. We thought we could kind of throw underneath and let our guys run. And other than, Q's long touchdown run, Mountain Home did a good job of just tackling out in space. I mean, we had a few, make or miss plays, but for the most part, they tackled, really well and kind of limited us some there. So, but in most instances, our guys are going to go and make guys miss. And, we feel really good about that group and feels like that's the strength of our offense.
Coach, let's talk about your defense last week. What did you see that you liked from your defensive unit, and what are some things that y'all need to work on?
Well, I think just watching film, I think our guys played hard. That's number one. You want to give great effort, run to the ball. We had guys around the football, most of the night. Now, the one area we got to get better at is just tackling. We had opportunities to especially on 3rd and long, 2nd and long, to get a guy on the ground, and then he would just, he'd get away from us, whether it was the running back or a receiver or whatever it was. And I think that ultimately really, really hurt us, not being able to get off the field on 3rd and long. They were able to convert, keep drives alive. And so we got to do a better job of that going forward. And I think our guys will.
Coach, I know you always like to give out Players of the Week awards. Who was your Offensive Player of the Week last week?
Well, T.J. Brown, he was our Offensive Player of the Week, had 21 carries, 149 yards and a touchdown. Felt like he played really good, and so he was our Offensive Player of the Week.
What about your Defensive Player of the Week?
Defensively, Caden Newsom, we were rotating a lot of defensive linemen, trying to keep them fresh because of the heat and being the first ball game. But he's one of those guys that went in, and we thought he played really well up front. Had quite a few tackles, so he was our Defensive Player of the Week.
And special teams, I know you had one huge special teams play there with the fumble recovery on the punt. But who was your special teams player of the week?
Our special teams is Isaac Black. He had multiple tackles on special teams. He's one that, quite honestly, has been a pleasant surprise. He's gone out. He's shown a willingness and an ability to tackle, and whether that's on special teams or at corner. And so he's a young man that's going to get more playing time because of that. And so he was our special teams player of the week.
Coach, let's talk about your opponent tonight, the Pocahontas Redskins. They have given us a hellacious battle the last 2 seasons. They are tradition rich, and man, seems like they always play us hard. But they lost their generational talent, Connor Baker, to graduation this past year. What do you know about this year's version of the Redskins?
Well, they're pretty similar to what they've been. They're big up front, physical. They're going to try to run the football. They got a running back, Reagan Womack. He's a 250-pound running back. I believe he's committed to OBU as either a tight end or maybe moved to offensive line. But for right now, he's a running back. So he's going to be a load. They're going to try to keep the ball away from us, play ball control. And so we're going to have to, be able to get them off the field, be able to tackle that, and get some negative plays early. If we can get a lead and force them out of their comfort zone, force them to have to throw the football, I think that'll play into our hands.
Coach, let's talk keys to victory. What are you going to have to do tonight to move to a 1-1?
Well, number one, we're going to have to tackle. We're going to have to tackle, and get the back down. Try to get them off schedule, not, 2nd and 3rd and shorts. If we can get them in 2nd and 3rd and long, We feel good about our chances of getting stops. And then offensively, just taking what they give us. Do they try to duplicate what Mountain Home did and take away the deep ball? If so, we're going to have to be efficient, throw the ball underneath, let our guys run. And if they come up and challenge us, then we're going to have to make plays, deep. So it's just a matter of taking what they give us.
Well, Coach, let's go get a win for Raider Nation tonight.
Let's do it. Go Raiders.
Raider pride, brother.
For over a decade, the Arkansas Children's Hospital Jonesboro Clinic has served pediatric patients with specialty healthcare needs ranging from hearing loss to heart disease. Their doctors, nurses, and pediatric specialists, combined with state-of-the-art telemedicine options, means patients get the nationally ranked care Arkansas Children's Hospital is known for without driving to Little Rock. Bringing care close to your home to give kids more time to be kids is the Arkansas Children's commitment. Visit archildrens.org/NEA.
It's a mix and match special now at all Northeast Arkansas Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any two for $6.99 each for carryout or delivery. How about a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, loaded tots, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, bread twists, marble brownies, and so much more. Switch it up for lunch or dinner for the whole gang. The mix and match special with any two for only $6.99 each for carryout or delivery. Only at your Northeast Arkansas area Domino's Pizza locations.
Across Arkansas, Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville join you in cheering on our favorite teams. We applaud the extra effort from neighbors like you that make our local schools and activities an integral part of our community. Working as a team to help you reach your goals is a perfect game plan for success. The Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville, finally a bank in your corner. MeBanking.com, member FDIC.
Every player on the football team has an important job so the team can reach its goal and success. Join our team at Lexicon right now and we'll help you reach your goals and success. Lexicon offers free on-the-job training through our own Lexicon University. We also offer competitive pay, a great healthcare plan, paid vacation, a sweet 401k plan, and more. Find out more at lexicon-inc.com/football.
You raised your family here, did every July 4th here, refinished the floors here twice, sized up your daughter's boyfriends here, waited in the doorway all day when your son was coming home on leave. This place has given you all you've dreamed of, and now it's giving again in the form of a gourmet kitchen and the quietest dishwasher known to man. Realize your dream with a home equity line of credit from Simmons Bank. Dreams realized. SimmonsBank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
What started with our grandfather and continues in its 4th generation today, Glen Saint's history of quality sales, service, and strong personal relationships that have kept our customers and their families coming back for over 69 years.
From my grandpa to my dad to us, service after the sale is a big deal. Whether you're looking to buy a GMC, Chevrolet, Buick, or Ford, we look forward to serving you and your family for years to come.
Hey there, Northeast Arkansas. This is John Moore of Arkansas Superstore on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Here to tell you that we're flipping the script on car buying. Don't stand for bait and switch tactics. That's holding. We believe in transparency and trust. You deserve the car you want with a payment much lower than your rent. Arkansas Superstore is here to make sense of it all for you. Come over and find your dream ride. You're approved. When the banks say no, I say yes. Visit us today at 11580 Highway 49 North in Brooklyn or online at arkansassuperstore.com.
Mom, I can't get my homework to upload.
Dad, my video game is froze again.
Babe, is our internet down again? I'm missing the big game.
Honey, I'm trying to make this online payment, but it just keeps buffering.
Get your life up to speed with high-speed internet from Empower Broadband. Empower's reliable service brings high-speed internet to even the most remote areas of Northeast Arkansas. With Empower Broadband, you can stream your favorite movies, video chat with loved ones, work from home without interruptions, and so much more. Empower Broadband. Life up to speed. For more info, visit empowerbroadband.com.
And we welcome you back to the First National Bank pregame show. Craig Miller, Cade Carter, high above Raider Field in the NEA Baptist broadcast position. Healthcare for the next century. That's NEA Baptist. And we are about 7 minutes away from kickoff here as Nettleton is taking on Pocahontas. We've got a lot of history with the Redskins. This is the 32nd meeting between these teams. They've played 31 times. Nettleton has an 18-13 all-time record against the Redskins. Joined in the broadcast booth by Cade Carter. Cade, timeout for trivia. See if you know this one. You're an old Nettleton Raider, a third-generation Nettleton Raider, all-state quarterback back in your day. But here's the question I got for you. When was the Raiders' first ever football victory? Who was it against, and where was it played?
I'm going to say Pocahontas.
Okay.
And 89.
Oh, man, 89. That's the best year ever. It was at Pocahontas. That was Nettleton's first win ever. It actually took career touchdowns. That's a whole lot of touchdowns to score.
That's impressive.
Do the math on that. I guess most high school careers last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's like 33 touchdowns a year.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. Like last year, Cortez Smith had a tremendous season. I think he scored 22 touchdowns. So he would average 10 more touchdowns a year than what Cortez had last year. You got to take your hat off to the great Connor Baker.
I agree.
And I'm thankful that he had a great career, but more than that, I'm thankful we ain't got to face him tonight because that kid, he could play. He's at Ouachita Baptist, and that's where he's playing football, and I guarantee you he's going to be a good hand for the Tigers. So thankfully, we don't have to worry about Connor Baker. We do have to worry about the rest of the Redskins, however, and their brand-new coach, Casey Chester. He was a defensive coordinator last year, a title he's held since 2004. He's just the third head coach at Pocahontas in the last 43 seasons. That really speaks well of the tradition that they have at Pocahontas. The captains for tonight's contest, we got, it looks like Caleb Tedder. We got Caden Newsom, number 58, and number 4, Magnum BA, Brendan Alexander. That's the captains for Nettleton. The coin toss is going on as we speak. As you can, if you're watching on the live stream, Jacob Linderman, our down camera operator, he and Chris Schropel, see money. They're down there. They got you right in the huddle. Coin toss is going on as we speak, and we'll watch it before we give you the starters for both, or for the Raiders anyway. So the coin toss is about to be up in the air. The man in the white hat, he's giving some final instructions to the captains from both teams, and he'll flip that thing, and we'll tell you who won. We'll tell you what they elected to do. And as he continues to talk now, he flips it, and he hasn't flipped it yet, actually. So I know this is scintillating radio out there. I'm sorry, folks. Actually, he has flipped it. I wasn't able to see who won. Hold on just a second. He'll make the indication. It looks like Nettleton has won the toss, and they have elected to receive the opening kickoff. The minutes and 30 seconds. We'll just keep it right here, Gavin, and we'll tell you about the starters for tonight's contest. Offensive starters, the quarterback is Maddox Hampton, 5'11", 175 junior. And Kate, I think you'll agree with me, he played with a lot more poise and confidence last week.
He did.
He will be joined in the backfield by sophomore running back downtown T.J. Brown. He had a tremendous week last week against Mountain Home. He rushed for 149 yards, really looked impressive. The wide receiver crew, the playmaker, Cortez Smith. Q Thompson, number 3. The hard-charging senior tight end Caleb Tedder, and the newcomer Nigel Bell. That is the talented receiving core for Nettleton. Here come your Raiders. If you're watching on YouTube, then you got a good shot of the Raiders running through the Spirit line. The offensive line for Nettleton, left to right. Left tackle is Ian Landrum. Left guard, Jerry Hudgens. The center is Zach Davis. Right guard is Cayman Gates. Right tackle is Garrett Campbell. Defensively, the starters for Nettleton. Let's start on the line defensively. Defensive end, A.D. Blackburn gets the start. He's a junior. He's joined by his fellow juniors it's an all-junior defensive line. Danny Gary, number 55. Jamarcus Johnson, number 60, the nose guard. And the other defensive end is Keon Stallings. Had a big game last week. Had a couple of tackles for a loss and quarterback sack. Linebackers, Damon Coleman will be starting tonight for the injured TC. Tyler Craig, who had laid a vicious lick on a Mountain Home Bomber last week. Unfortunately, he sustained a concussion. And so Tyler Craig not able to start tonight. He's in concussion protocol. Looking forward to having TC back on the field. He's a man among men. He's a gentleman and a scholar, and can't wait for Tyler to be back out there. Damon Coleman will get the start. Cohen Liggins and Kylan Shelton starting at linebackers. In the defensive secondary, Brendan Alexander, Isaac Black, Colin Goodlow, and Kamarion Davis. Mercy. We're about 40 seconds from kickoff, and I think we're going to have a little bit of an early kickoff. Everybody's ready. The Pocahontas kicker is lined up. He is number 8, Skylar Nunn Kelly. Pocahontas 0-1 on the season. They lost last week to Southside by the final of 34-13, and they lost their scrimmage to Valley View. Nettleton 0-1 and looking to get on the winning side. It's a short kick. It is still rolling around. Finally, Nettleton jumps on it. That was kind of risky there, Kate. It was almost an inadvertent onside kick. Nettleton did recover, and the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 with pretty good field position. It looks like on our own 30-yard line.
Number 8's down. Nunn Kelly.
So Maddox Sampton and the Raider offense is going to take the field. And yeah, we do have a Pocahontas Redskin who is on the turf. That's Skylar Nunn Kelly. He's the kicker. I don't know if he might have hurt himself during the kick. It looked like he was trying to kick it deep. It did not go deep, Kate.
No, it didn't.
I don't know if that was
I did not see what happened. So.
An on-purpose pooch kick or what. But he is on the field, and let's hope that he is all right.
The delay, they were trying to get the tunnel off. That's why they called it back.
Trying to get the tunnel off of the tunnel that the Raiders run through.
Yep.
Gotcha. It's a beautiful night at Raider Field. 81 degrees, which is a little bit warmer than I thought it was going to be, but still it's a whole lot better than what it was last week. Nunn Kelly is up, and he is walking, as actually being helped off the field. It looks like he is favoring his right leg. I wasn't able to see if it was a knee or an ankle, but let's hope that he is okay. He is the kicker, and it's that would be a tough loss for this Pocahontas Redskins team that's dealing with a lot of attrition already. So the Raider offensive unit out on the field, the Mad Dog, Maddox Sampton, the quarterback. He is in the shotgun. He's got downtown T.J. Brown and Curtis Smith flanking him. It's for a spread offense, is a loaded backfield. 2 backs on either side of Maddox Sampton. Q and Nigel spread out wide to the left. The tight end, Caleb Tedder. He gives to downtown T.J. Brown. T.J. Brown looking for some running room right side. He falls forward for a short gain. It's going to be a gain of 7. 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7 at the 33 of Nettleton here in the first drive of the game. Play is whistled dead. What'd you see there, Cade? False start by the Raiders.
Something we struggled with last week. Hopefully it doesn't happen this week.
Yeah, we sure did. It's we were penalized for 49 yards in what they call week 0. It was the first game. And we're kind of picking up where we left off there. Hopefully that'll be the last false start of the game. Makes it 2nd down and 12 for the Raiders. Mad Dog, he's going to pass. Now he's going to run it. He's across the 30, lunges forward to the 34-yard line of the Raiders, and that's where Nettleton will have it 3rd down and 6.
Got what he could.
Yeah, good coverage there by the Pocahontas D. So Maddox Hampton in the gun, 3rd down and 6 for the Raiders. 3 receivers spread wide left. Mad Dog back to pass, looking deep over the middle. It's complete to Q Thompson. He has a 1st down. Jukin, jiving. He falls on the oval end logo at midfield. It's going to be 1st down Raiders. Ball will be spotted at the Raider 46-yard line.
Good ball.
So the Mad Dog in the gun, downtown TJ Brown in the backfield with him. 4 receivers spread out to the right. The Pocahontas coaching staff did not like the alignment, and they decided to take a timeout. We will take a timeout with them. 10:31 remaining in the first quarter. We're scoreless at Raider Field. We'll be back with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
All with resources and solutions that make a difference for you and others. That's because First Security takes care of customers while building communities. Better for you, better for Arkansas, better for all. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to Raider Field. We're scoreless here in the first quarter. Nettleton on their first drive, they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. 4 receivers spread out wide right. Maddox Hampton, the quarterback, awaits the snap in the shotgun. He gives it to downtown TJ Brown right up the middle. He's got 1st down yardage and then some. He's lunges forward past the 40-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 15 for downtown TJ Brown. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Redskins. Hey, that sophomore running back, he can go.
He can, and that was a big hole too. Shout out to the offensive line.
Yeah, you got to give those guys credit. Garrett Campbell there on the right side with Gates. Gives to downtown TJ Brown once again. He's across the 30, falls forward, going to be close to the 1st down. I believe he's got the 1st down. Gain of about 10, maybe 11 for downtown TJ Brown. Let's see if they move the chains, depending upon the spot. If it ain't a 1st down, it's 2nd down and inches.
Which I would honestly like better.
Yeah, when you got 2nd and inches, that's an offensive coordinator's dream.
Yeah.
They can
do a lot with that.
So 1st down and 10 for the Raiders on the 28-yard line. Mad Dog pass complete to Q Thompson. Q Thompson is tackled at the 22-yard line. That is number 10, Ricky Regina.
There is a flag. I didn't see
there is a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is.
I think it was after.
Going to be 2nd and 4 for the Raiders, and it looked like unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders.
Flag on the play.
Well, that's one of those dumb penalties.
Yep.
Right there. And this time it was obviously one of the guys on our offensive unit, so had a few. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, and instead of 2nd and short, it's going to be 2nd and long. It looks like it's going to be 2nd down and about 20 for the Raiders. Ball moved all the way back to the Redskin 437.
7-yard line.
Maddox Hampton loaded backfield. He's got Caleb Tedder in the backfield with him and downtown TJ Brown. 3 receivers split wide left. 2nd down and 20. Let's see if the Raiders want to throw it. He gives it to downtown TJ Brown. He's hit in the backfield, bounces out to the right, finds a hole, gets some positive yardage, turned nothing into something. I gained probably about 5 yards on it. It's going to be 3rd down, 3rd down and 15.
I'm glad he got what he got because it could have been 3rd and long.
Sure could have.
Now it's manageable.
Yeah, I'd like to see that sophomore running back breaking tackles. 3rd and 15 for the Raiders. Nice. And there's movement on the line. I believe that's going to be off. is going to be offsides against the defense. That's exactly what the referee calls. So that will be a 5-yard penalty, and instead of 3rd and 15, it'll be 3rd and 10. Actually, 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 for the Raiders. Hampton in an empty backfield. 2 receivers spread wide to the right, 3 to the left. He's back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Fires over the middle. It's complete to the playmaker, Curtis Smith. He's tripped up at the 5-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by number 22, Matt Womack. And it's first down and goal to go for the Raiders.
Shout out to Maddox Hampton working up in the pocket. Nice pocket, too, and just delivered a great ball.
First down and goal to go for the Raiders. We understand we lost the sound for a little while on our live stream. It seems like things are back, so that's good news. Glad you can hear us and all across the EAB Sports Network. Maddox Hampton gives to downtown T.J. Brown. T.J. Brown smelling the end zone, lunges forward. It's a touchdown. The Raiders strike first blood. It's 6-0 Raiders after a 5-yard touchdown run by downtown T.J. Brown.
I mean, we're 3rd and long, and then pick up a first down, and we had to do what we had to do. We scored.
And Cade, that's not a bad play call right there for the Raiders. When you're close to the end zone, give it to number 10, the talented sophomore running back, downtown T.J. Brown. Mason Wan is on. Mason Wan kicks the extra point, and with 8:31 remaining in the first quarter, your score is Nettleton 7, Pocahontas 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
You love your truck, and Plaza Tire Service is here to help you make it even better with custom wheels, leveling kits, and the area's best selection of light truck tires, ATs, mud tires, and RTs up to 35s and bigger. Plaza Tire Service has the tires you want in stock today, and we'll help you select a great combination that gets your truck exactly the way you want it. In Jonesboro and South Caraway, and now at our newest location on East Johnson Avenue. The biggest selection, the best service, and the lowest prices on light truck tires are at Plaza Tire Service.
7-0 Raiders, 8:31 remaining in the first quarter after a downtown T.J. Brown 5-yard touchdown reception. Back deep for Pocahontas to receive the kick is Zane Hibbard. And Mason Wan boots it deep. It's fielded at the 15-yard line by number 18. He is wrapped up, and that is Isaac Black. IBS. Isaac Black wraps him up. Good tackle by Isaac. Isaac was named the Special Teams Player of the Week last week, and you can kind of see why on that. That was a very nice open field tackle by Isaac Black. So 1st and 10 Redskins. They got the ball at their own 28-yard line, and that's where they're going to start their first offensive series. Their quarterback is number 7. That's DJ Coffey. And their main offensive weapon is big running back Reagan Womack. They give to number 2, and he is tackled on the right side of the line. Kylan Shelton in on the stop. That is Zane Hibbard. And Caden Newsom also in on the stop.
He had to come out.
Newsom had to come out. His helmet came off. It's a gain of 5. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Redskins. The ball on their own 32-yard line. Pocahontas looks like they're going to be going awfully slow tonight. Mountain Home was an up-tempo team. Pocahontas, they feel coming in like they're a little bit outmatched by the Raiders. They're going to try to take as much time off the clock as they can. They give to the big bruising running back, Reagan Womack. He is hit in the backfield. Cohen Liggins in on the stop. Cohen Liggins looks to the crowd, raises his arms up, gets a great response from Raider Nation. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 5, I should say, 3rd and 6 for Pocahontas. Crowd coming alive here at Raider Field. Student section wearing neon.
Let's get an early stop.
Let's get a stop right here. Good idea. Coffey, the quarterback, in motion is number 2. He's rolling to his left. It's incomplete. Intended for Hibbard, and it's going to be 4th down and 6 for the Redskins. And Cade, asking you shall receive. That's a good stop by the Raider defense is they're bringing out the punting unit.
Good play design, just the ball's a little bit ahead of them. It happens.
It's like Mama said.
It bees that way sometimes.
That's right. So the punter is on. That's Ricky Regina. Back deep for the Raiders is Cortez Smith, the playmaker. Let's hope that Regina punts it right to him. Good rush. He just gets it off. And it takes a Nettleton bounce, and it's down inside Pocahontas territory. It hit about the 46-yard line, rolled to the 41, and that's where Nettleton will take over 1st and 10. We're at the 42. Ball was downed alertly by Zane Hibbard. And the Raiders will try to add on to this 7-0 lead.
Got good field position.
Good field position, and that is good news. Short field for Maddox Hampton, this talented group of Nettleton Raiders, the offensive unit. Mad Dog in the backfield with downtown T.J. Brown. In motion is Caleb Tedder. He gives to downtown T.J. Brown. He falls forward. It's going to be a gain of 3.5 yards, 4 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and a long 6.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Just keep feeding them.
Danks with the one that brought you. In motion is Nigel Bell and Q Thompson. They're spread out wide right now. The playmaker and downtown T.J. Brown in the backfield with Maddox. Maddox is going to pass. He's intended for the playmaker, Cortez Smith, is incomplete. Just threw it over his head there. I like that idea, though, Cade. Put the ball in the playmaker's hands. Let him work his magic.
Good play call, just a little bit over his head.
So it'll be 3rd down and a long 6 for the Raiders. Buddy Nichols says 3rd and 7. He is the GOAT of PA announcers. I will go with 3rd and 7 because Buddy Nichols said so. 3 receivers spread out wide to the right. Maddox Hampton all by himself in the shotgun formation. Downtown T.J. Brown is receiver spread out to the left. And now then the Mad Dog back to pass. Looking for a receiver. He's got one. It's Cortez Smith. It's complete, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Raiders. Good job by the Mad Dog finding the playmaker.
Cortez ran a curl route, worked back to the ball, made a good catch.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders on the 26-yard line of the Redskins. Nettleton leads 7-0. 5:47 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Downtown T.J. Brown with a 5-yard touchdown run on the Raiders' first possession. Xavier Harrell is in the backfield now, though, with the Mad Dog. Q in motion. He gives to Harrell. Harrell running right side. Falls forward for a gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Now, I'll tell you, we got a couple of pretty dang talented sophomore running backs, Cade. Brown and Harrell. No doubt. Those guys led the junior high Raiders to an undefeated 10-0 conference championship last year, and they're already starting on the varsity level. Mad Dog passes to Cortez Smith out near the right sideline. Cortez gains 5, maybe 6 yards before he is forced out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders. The ball on the Redskin 18-yard line.
We got King Kong.
King Kong the ape?
No, that's the formation.
Oh, okay.
In there.
Okay, you scared me there for a second. King Kong, they got the big guys. I see Danny Gary out there, big number 55, lined up by Soupy. Garrett Campbell. He give to the running back. Was that Harrell running, or was that downtown? That was downtown T.J. Brown, and he's got the 1st down. They needed 3. I believe he got about 5. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Redskin 15.
We'll take it. Keep them chains moving.
Keep the chains moving. Use the Donkey Kong if you have to. Was that what you called it?
Yeah, King Kong.
Oh, King Kong, okay. Donkey Kong is a little different. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. That'd be cool if they had a Donkey Kong formation. Be throwing barrels at the defense. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. The Mad Dog in the pistol formation gives it to downtown T.J. Brown. Downtown T.J. Brown is wrestled down at about the 10-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 4. Second down and 6. The ball spotted at the Redskin 11-yard line.
Run game's working so far. I like it.
The offensive line having their way with that defensive front of Pocahontas. Good job by the guys in the trenches. Maddox Sampton, he is flanked in the backfield by downtown T.J. Brown. The playmaker spread out wide to the right. Gives it to downtown T.J. Brown. Boy, he is hammered. Keeps going forward. It's going to be a gain of a couple of yards. He took a hard hit there.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, that was Ty Menard with the hit. Hey, Pocahontas is a football town, man. These kids, they grew up playing football. I promise you, they'll come up and lay the wood.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down and 3 for the Raiders. They lead 7-0 with 3:25 remaining in the first quarter. Maddox Hampton and Xavier Harrell. Actually, that's Curtis Smith, the quarterback, with Xavier Harrell on his right hip. He gives to Xavier. Actually, he keeps it. Curtis Smith into the end zone. That's a touchdown Raiders and a keeper by Curtis Smith. The Raiders are up 13-0.
Cortez with a little play action, kept it, found a hole, and scored. So why he put the ball in the playmaker's hands.
That's why they called him the playmaker. Mason Warren out to kick the PAT. Mason was very impressive in the preseason scrimmage against Osceola. I think he was 8 for 9, I believe was the numbers, maybe 7 for 8. He kicks this one. Boy, it's high, and it is right down the chute. Splits the uprights, and the Raiders have a 14-0 lead with 3:12 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. More Raider football when we come back on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Hi, this is Bob Moore with Moore Air Conditioning. AC issues in the summer interrupt your life in more ways than one. We're here to help. When you need your air conditioning repaired, you need it fast. Get Moore Assurance with the Moore same-day guarantee. We'll send a licensed, trained, and background check technician to your home the same day you call, or you don't pay a service fee. That's the Moore Assurance guarantee. Creating comfort one home at a time. 870-336-2023.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. Craig Miller, Cade Carter here high atop the field in the NEA Baptist broadcast position. Good news, Raider fans. Your Raiders have 2 possessions. They've scored 2 times. They lead 14-0 with 3:12 remaining in the first quarter. The Warren kickoff is fielded at about the 20-yard line, and the Raiders make the stop at about the 30. Kylan Shelton leading the tackle, and I believe that was Damon Coleman who was also in on the stop. So it'll be 1st and 10 Redskins. The ball is spotted about the 27-yard line in their own territory. The quarterback is Coffey. The featured running back is Reagan Womack. That's a big young man, 260 pounds. Says, according to Hootens, he runs a 4.9 40. Let me just say this: I'm glad that I don't have to tackle that guy, man. That would be he would be a tough guy to bring down. Coffey, the quarterback, he gives it to his other running back, number 2, and he is tackled in the backfield. Outstanding tackle there by Kylan Goodlow, the cornerback. He stunned it up and tackled for a loss by Kylan Goodlow. Good to see number 8 back on the field for the Raiders. A loss of 1. It's 2nd down and 11 for Pokey. 2:45 to play. The score is Nettleton 14, Pocahontas 0.
But compared to last week, this is definitely a lot slower.
Yeah, they're trying to take time off the clock. And a hard count, unfortunately, it did its job. A couple of Raiders jumped off sides, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So instead of 2nd down and 11, it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Bet you Coach Johnson ain't too happy right now.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, those guys will have a visit with Coach Johnson about that. Coach Alan Johnson, our defensive coordinator here at Nettleton, formerly coach at Arkansas State University. Great man. 2nd down and 6 for the Redskins. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he is met immediately by big number 60. That's Jamarcus Johnson. Met at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Pocahontas. Jamarcus Johnson wears number 60 in honor of the great Big Larry James from the Nettleton class of 1989. 3rd down and 4 for Pocahontas.
Give it to him. That's good.
May have jumped off sides, but we did not get the call. That's good news. Coffee, the quarterback. Womack, the running back. He's rolling to his right. He's going to pass. The pass is complete to number 20. That's a 1st down. Number 20 is Wyatt Converse. 1st down, Redskins.
Caden Newsom's struggling to keep his helmet on right now.
Yeah, he's had to come out a couple of times. Caden was the defensive player of the week last week. We need him on the field.
Yeah. Strap it up.
Strap that thing up. I guess that's a sign you're playing hard. You're sticking your face mask in on people. And 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Busted play. Quarterback is tackled in the backfield by Cohen Liggins. A tackle for a loss. And there is a flag on the play. Probably holding.
Yeah, I think it was holding.
I thought I saw the line judge, side judge. Yeah, he did the old holding to the man in the white hat, and he confirmed it. It's holding against Pocahontas, and that is going to back the Redskins up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Usually holding happens right around the line of scrimmage. It's usually just a straight-up 10-yard penalty. That's what it is. It's 1st and 20 for the Redskins. Coffee, Womack in the backfield. Womack rolling to his right. He is sacked in the backfield by Damon Coleman, the sophomore linebacker, like a heat-seeking missile. Sacked the quarterback. That's a big loss. A good play by Coleman.
Yeah. Secondary covered everybody. Defense got to him. It was a good play.
So we'll call it 2nd and a country mile. It's probably 2nd and close to 30 yards now for Pocahontas. They are pushed back to the Raider 30-yard line. I believe that's where they started this drive, Cade. And so Raider defense coming up with some big plays. Cohen Liggins, a tackle for a loss. Damon Coleman, a quarterback sack right there, tackle for a loss. And the clock is rolling down to 0, and so that will be the end of the first quarter. Your score, Nettleton 14, Pocahontas 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Keith Baird with Baird Auto Group. There's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue on Johnson at Hilltop and on Main Street across from Jonesboro High School. Now, I'm from Memphis and I know barbecue, but there are people from Memphis that travel to Jonesboro to sample, taste, and enjoy Demo's Barbecue. No kidding. They come from Memphis, so no need to go anywhere else. Right here, the best barbecue is at Demo's. Any of the ribs, any of the plates, you can enjoy it all at Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. My mouth is watering.
Raider Field, a joyful place tonight as Nettleton has a 14-0 lead over Pocahontas in the at the end of the first quarter. 14-0 as we start the second quarter of play. Cade, you're a Nettleton guy just like myself. Raiders look good that first quarter.
They do. Proud of the offense, proud of the defense. They're both showing out tonight.
We got some Raiders doing the Dougie down on the sideline. Nigel Bell and Curtis Smith. Hey, when you're up 14-0, you can do a little dancing.
Yep.
Okay, it's 2nd down and long for the Redskins, according to the chain gang. 2nd down and probably 30 yards. We got a new scoreboard, and evidently we ain't figured out how to work it yet. It says 1st and 10. We'll get it figured out, folks. It's Redskin ball. The quarterback, Coffee, rolling to his left, looking to throw. Now he's going to run it, and he is tackled by Kylan Shelton and Cohen Liggins on the stop. He gains a few yards. It's going to be 3rd down and very long for the Redskins. All on the Raider 35-yard line, a gain of 5 on that play.
Curious to see what they do right here. Bet you they try to roll out again.
The old offensive coordinator's playbook probably doesn't have a whole lot of yards for 3rd down and 25.
No. And I don't think they trust their offensive line to stop ours, so I bet you they roll out.
Not a whole lot of plays for this situation. 3rd down and 25 for the Redskins. Coffee in the backfield with Womack. He's dropping straight back to pass. Over the middle. It's complete. It's complete to number 2. That is Hibbard. But, boy, he was hammered immediately by Nettleton's number 20. Kamarion Davis said, "How do you do, Mrs. Wiley?" He's short of the 1st down. It's going to be 4th down and 5, and it looks like the Redskins are going to go for it here. 4th down and 5 for Pokey. Hard count. Raiders held their water.
I'm surprised he hit onto that ball.
Yeah, he got just hammered. Quarterback is going to run it himself, and I'll be danged, it looks like he might have a 1st down. He spins forward, and that's frustrating right there.
Yep.
That is frustrating right there. We've got to start getting the other team off the field. It was 2nd down and a country mile, and next thing you know, they get the 1st down. That is a point that we need to work on. 1st down and 10 for Pocahontas. The ball is on the Raider 41-yard line. This Pocahontas offense going slow, letting time tick off the clock. The play clock is at 15 seconds. Game clock is at 10:19. The score is Nettleton 14, Pocahontas 0. We're in the 2nd quarter of play. Hibbard in motion. Womack in the backfield with Coffee. Now then, Coffee's quarterback keeper has some positive yardage. Good blocking by the offensive line. He bulls his way for a gain of 9 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 1 for the Redskins. And Pocahontas' toughness coming out.
They're clicking right now.
2nd down and 1 for Pocahontas. Coffee, Womack, Hibbard in the backfield. They run a spread offense, and they take their time doing it.
Yep.
You can go up-tempo in the spread. Mountain Home did it the entire game, and Pocahontas, they're going much, much slower than the Raiders, than the Bombers did last week. 2nd down and 1 for Pocahontas. The quarterback's going to keep it again. He is tackled at the 30-yard line. He's got the 1st down. That is Nettleton's Q Hollis, talented sophomore defensive end who made the stop, but he needed a yard. He got several. It's a 1st down for the Redskins. The ball on the Nettleton 30-yard line. Raiders up 14-0.
Their quarterback's doing a good job of running the ball right now.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's been their main runner so far. Womack, the big bruising running back. The quarterback has got more yards than him. This time he gives to Womack. He bulls his way forward for a short gain. He was hit by Keon Stallings. Keon and Cohen Liggins brought him down. Damon Coleman also in on the stop. It's a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Pokey. We'll make it 2nd down and 9.
It'll be 2nd and 9.
I love it when Buddy Nichols agrees with me. It means that I'm doing something right.
Yep.
2nd down and 9 for Pocahontas. The score is Nettleton 14, Pocahontas 0, 8:24 to play in the 2nd quarter. Coffee, the quarterback. In motion is Hibbard. Coffee rolling to his right, looking downfield, passes it. It is caught. Nice catch.
Great catch.
It's a 1st down. Nice job there by Zane Hibbard. That young man he can run. We know that, but he showed right there he could leap. Leaped up over Kylan Goodlow and snared the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 Redskins inside the Raider 15. 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line of the Raiders.
Like Mama said.
It be that way sometime.
Yeah, that was a great catch, though.
Great to have the legendary Amy Carter in the house tonight. She has given birth to numerous Nettleton Raider football players, and she's the grandmother of a couple of dandies as well, Brian Carter and Cade Carter, the color commentator here tonight. She is a legend for sure.
She's been to a lot of Nettleton football games.
She has. They give to Hibbard. Hibbard is tackled by Cohen Liggins. Kylan Shelton tackle for a loss. Good job over there by the Raider defense. It's a loss of 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 12 for Pocahontas. They are in the red zone. They're on the 15-yard line of the Raiders. 7:15 on the clock here in the second quarter. The score is Nettleton 14, Pocahontas 0. Coffee, the quarterback, looks to the sideline. The new head coach, Coach Chester. Signal is in, and play is underway. Quarterback keeper, he is tackled by Liggins at about the 10-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6, maybe 7 yards. It'll be 3rd down for the Redskins. They're definitely in 4-down territory. 3rd down and 7 for Pocahontas, and now they look like they want to go a little faster. Coffee with the hard count, and Nettleton jumps off sides. Right side of the defensive line. And that'll be a gain of 5, so instead of 3rd and 7, it's going to be 3rd down and 2. Ball will be right about the 5-yard line. 3rd and 2. It's a long way for me to see with my old eyes. 3rd and 2 on the Raider 5-yard line. Nettleton has a 14-0 lead, but the Redskins driving. Now would be a good time for one of them turnovers, Cade.
I agree.
Coffee in the backfield with Womack and Hibbard. He gives it to Hibbard. Hibbard is met immediately by Damon Coleman. Damon Coleman throws him for a loss. It gave him forward progress, but even with forward progress, it's a loss of a couple of yards. So it's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Raiders after a big play by Damon Coleman.
That was a big stop right there. We needed that.
4th down, and as Buddy Nichols says, a long 4. They're going to go for it. Raider Nation on their feet. 5:44 remaining in the second quarter. Nettleton 14, Pocahontas 0. Pocahontas will receive the second half kickoff as Nettleton received the opening kickoff. Play clock is at 4, and they're going to let it run all the way down and take a timeout. We will take a timeout with them with 5:27 remaining in the second quarter. Your score is Nettleton 14, Pocahontas 0. Back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Replacing an old appliance or remodeling your whole kitchen, the appliances you need are right around the corner with GE Appliances at Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro. Shop timeless designs and time-saving features on the appliances that are built to last in the busiest homes. Visit Tucker's Appliance today and upgrade your home your way with GE Appliances and your local experts. Shop Tucker's Appliance today and save.
Tucker's Appliance.
Beautiful night at Raider Field as Nettleton has a 14-0 lead over Pocahontas with 5:27 remaining in the second quarter. Pocahontas, however, threatening to score here in the second quarter. They have it 4th down and 4, ball on the Raider 8-yard line. Coffee, the quarterback, he's got Hibbard and Womack in the backfield with him. He's rolling to his right, looking to pass. The pass is incomplete, intended for Hibbard. On the defense for the Raiders, Kamarion Davis and Kylan Goodlow. Good defense over there. That's a turnover on downs. 1st down Raiders, and Cade, that's a big stop.
Just what the doctor ordered right there.
Nice job over there by Kylan Goodlow. So good to see that young man back out on the field. In the scrimmage last year at Osceola, he sustained a compound fracture in his lower leg. That put him out for the season. I was hoping he'd make it back by playoff time, but he was not able to. But he's back now, and he is making his presence known in the defensive secondary. The Raiders will take over 1st and 10 on their own 8-yard line. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, in the gun, dropping back, looking to pass. Fires it over the middle. There's some little bit of jousting going on. It's incomplete. It was intended for Curtis Smith, and I see this game through black and gold colored glasses. I would have called pass interference on that.
I did want some yellow fabric right there.
2nd down and 10. Hey, these referees, they do a good job. We wouldn't be able to play this great game without those guys. I don't want to be criticizing the official. I'm definitely biased announcer. 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. You're not going to find anybody that loves the Nettleton Raiders more than the old TMC. I'll promise you that. Mad Dog gives to downtown TJ Brown. Downtown TJ Brown makes a couple of guys miss, falls forward to the 15-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 7, maybe 8 yards. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2 for the Raiders. 3rd and 3.
Calling for the big boys.
They're bringing out the Donkey Kong package. Number 55, Danny Gary rolling out. Keon Stallings also playing the offensive line on this. They're heavy on the left side. Cortez Smith, the quarterback. Cortez is going to run it himself. He's got the first down and then some. Across the 30, across the 40. He's off to the races. Across the 40, the 30, dashing down the sidelines. It's a race to the 10, and he's into the end zone. A race that Cortez Smith is going to win. Cortez Smith with the touchdown. Touchdown Raiders. A long run by Cortez Smith.
You know where they started at?
I believe it was about the 15.
Yeah, I'd be tired right now if I was Cortez.
That was a long run.
That was a great pull, though, by him.
Yes, from that wildcat formation, he faked the handoff, pulled it. He obviously saw the hole there, and boy, he hit it like a ton of bricks. Took it all the way to the hizzy, as the kids are saying these days. On for the extra point is Mason Wan. The hold is good by Caleb Tedder. The kick is good by Mason Wan. And the Raiders have a 21-0 lead over Pocahontas with 4:26 to play in the second quarter. Back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on MTV and the EAB Sports Network.
High school athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
21-0 Raiders. Craig Miller, Kate Carter bringing the action to you from the NEA Baptist broadcast position high atop Raider Field. So glad to have you spending your Friday night with us. A joyful night at Nettleton. Temperature down in the 70s right now. Still doesn't feel like football weather, but feels a whole lot better than what it did last week.
For sure.
Mason Wan on to kick. He boots it to Dylan Lindsay, fields it at about the 15-yard line. Lindsay weaving his way forward to the 35-yard line. He's brought down by Nettleton's number 32. That's A.D. Blackburn. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Redskins at their own 35-yard line. 4:19 to play in the first half. Nettleton leads 21-0.
Can't be mad at that.
No doubt about it. Good bounce-back performance for the Raiders as they lost to Mountain Home last week. That was very impressive, Mountain Home, Cade. I thought that they got a very good football team. I would not want to play in their conference.
Nope.
I'm glad we play in the 5A East, not the 6A West. Holy cow, that's a loaded conference. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. He falls forward to the 40. Well, you got to give DJ Coffey credit. He moved a pile right there. In on the stop for Nettleton is number 68. That's Cameron Lewis Speed. A.D. Blackburn also in on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Pocahontas. They got the ball on their own 40-yard line.
Some teams are scared to get their quarterback hit. Pocahontas is not one of those teams.
No doubt about it. And Pocahontas is a rough town, man. I mean, and by that I mean it's a bunch of good, hard-nosed, blue-collar people from Pocahontas. I hope that we don't get any letters from Pocahontas, me calling it a rough town.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, they're tough people there. Yeah. Well, they play a tough brand of football. 2nd down and 4 for the Redskins. They give to the big bruiser, Reagan Womack, and he is wrapped up. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but a great job by Nettleton's number 61, Ahmad Hurston. He had a couple of tackles for loss last week, and he leads that one. Maybe a short gain, maybe a loss, but it's 3rd down and 5 for Pocahontas from their own 40-yard line. Coffey, hard count. This time the Raiders do not jump off sides. 3rd and 5 for the Redskins. He's going to pass. Under pressure, he throws, and it is complete. A very nice catch at midfield by number 20, Wyatt Converse. That's a couple of big completions to Converse, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Redskins from the 50-yard line.
Well, we keep getting them in 3rd and long. We just can't finish the deal.
Yeah, we gotta learn to get them off the field, and on 1st and 10, the Raiders jump off sides.
Coach Johnson is probably not okay right now.
Yeah, he's not happy. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Raider defense. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 5. 2:40 to play here in the second quarter. Nettleton leads 21-0. Pocahontas, however, driving. It's an option to Hibbert. He's got some running room left side. He's brought down by Nettleton's number 20, Kamarion Davis, but not before he gains about 8. That's enough for a first down, as it was only 1st and 5. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Redskins. They got the ball on the Nettleton 38-yard line. Clock at 2:25 and ticking. Loaded backfield. Coffee flanked by a couple, including Hibbert. Hibbert is brought down in the backfield. That's Nettleton's number 55, Danny Gary, the first Raider to hit him. And it's going to be a loss of a yard or two. Slow to get up is Hibbert, as Danny Gary.
I was trying to say they stripped the ball, but they're not giving it to us.
Yeah, I guess they're saying he was down, but boy, Hibbert is slow to get up. He's all right, it looks like. That's going to be a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 13 for Pocahontas. 1:45 now on the clock here in the second quarter. Raiders up 21-0. He's going to pass. Now he tucks it and is running. He breaks a couple of tackles, gets the Malachi crunch, fights his way down to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 8, looks like. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Pocahontas. The ball on the Raider 30. Clock is at 1:17 and ticking. Definite 4-down territory right here. 3rd and 4 for Pocahontas. Ball on the Raider 31. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take a shot in the end zone here. Coffee, he's going to pass, rolling out to his right, looking downfield. It is complete, and the ball is stripped. Actually, they're going to call it incomplete. I thought that their talented receiver, Wyatt Converse, I thought that he made the catch, but evidently he did not make a football move with it. So it's going to be 4th down and 4 for Pocahontas. 51 seconds on the clock. The incomplete pass stops the clock at 51 seconds in the second quarter. The Raiders lead 21-0. 4th down and 4. Big play here in this ball game. Coffee rolling to his right, looking to pass. Under pressure, incomplete pass as Kylan Shelton came up and tattooed him right as he was throwing. That forced the incomplete pass. Good to see Kylan Shelton back on the field for the Raiders. It's a turnover on downs. Nettleton will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31. Cade, we got 46 seconds. We've got a 21-point lead. We got 3 timeouts. Be good to stick the ball in the end zone one more time.
We have plenty of time to go score right here.
No doubt. 2 receivers spread out wide to the right, 2 to the left. Raiders going to pass. Maddox back. Fires over the middle. It's complete to Q Thompson. Q Thompson is brought down at the 45-yard line with 39 seconds remaining. Nettleton calls the timeout. Good timeout. 2 remaining now. 39 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Raiders are up 21-0. Back in 30 seconds. Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Ship anything, anywhere at your #1 shipping source, Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Here's Pack Mail Tim to tell us more.
We are the experts at finding solutions for even the most demanding shipping situations, and our experienced staff can help you choose the best option. So if you need to go to the post office, then FedEx, or all the way out to UPS terminal, and then get that international shipment to DHL, you can do it all in one fast, convenient, and friendly place. Pack Mail.
361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Ship anything, anywhere, today at Pack Mail.
21-0 Raiders. They're trying to score before the half. 39 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Maddox Sampton, the quarterback, he's in the gun. 2 receivers spread wide to the right, 3 to the left. Empty backfield. Mad Dog, straight back drop, looking downfield, fires it. It is incomplete, intended for Cortez Smith. The clock, incomplete pass stops the clock at 34 seconds. And, Cade, what'd you see there? Did you just kind of throw it over him?
He threw a little bit behind him.
A little behind him there. If he would hit him in stride, I believe we'd be talking about another Cortez Smith touchdown. 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. Empty backfield, 3 receivers spread out wide left, 2 wide right. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, drops straight back, looking downfield, rolls to his right, throws, it is intercepted. Intercepted by Pocahontas is number 18, and he is going to be tackled by a couple of Raiders, Cortez and number 29, Taylor Smith. Taylor Smith on the tackle, the electrifying Taylor Smith. Pocahontas will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line with 22 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Raiders up 21-0. Would have been nice to stick one in the end zone there, but
it happens.
It's like Mama said.
It's that way sometimes.
That's right.
Just trying to make something happen. It's okay.
Pocahontas, they got time for a play or two, and they give it to Reagan Womack. They're going to be content going into the halftime break down 21. They will receive the kickoff in the 2nd quarter. Hey, you want to hang around for the halftime show, the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. We'll talk about the first half, and we will have a very special guest. Cade, you know who our guest is going to be on the halftime show?
I don't know. Who is
Blake Isbell.
Nice.
Blake Isbell. He's the director of NTV's live stream, one of our seniors at Nettleton that we're so proud of. He's going to be joining us on the halftime show. 21-0 at the break. Raiders over the Redskins. We will take a 4-minute break, and when we come back, we will have the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Kavanaugh Auto Group, you can check out their entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com, and make sure you tune in later in the night to the Ticket Radio Network for the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard Show, presented by Kavanaugh Auto Group and hosted by my buddy Will Oswalt. He's going to have a full recap of everything going on across the area and across the state. That's the Kavanaugh Auto Group postgame show, Friday Night Lights Scoreboard Show. But the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show is coming up next. In 4 minutes, we got Blake Isbell. We got a breakdown of the game. We sure hope that you hang around for the halftime show. Back in 4 minutes, Raiders up 21-0 at the break. Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Evolve Bank and Trust is now bringing full-service banking to Jonesboro. To celebrate, we're offering you $200 extra. Just open a new checking account with Evolve. Have at least 2 qualifying direct deposits of $500 or more within 90 days. Then we'll deposit $200 extra into your account. It's just that easy. Open a new Evolve checking account and receive an extra $200 in your account, plus free checks for a year. Restrictions apply. Visit getevolved.com/special promotion for more details, or come in and see us at 111 East Huntington Avenue, Suite A, or call us at 870-933-2480. That's 870-933-2480. Evolve Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe burst inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-ServPro at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Or call me, David Ellison, at 870-897-7888 or 870-934-0501 for your next fire or water cleanup.
Enjoy no hassles and no hidden fees when you sign up for a free checking account at First Community Bank. Our free checking account comes with the great features you've come to enjoy and expect, such as bill pay, no minimum balance, no monthly service charge, and no paper statement fees. You can also monitor your checking account through our online banking. Enjoy convenient, worry-free checking and friendly, helpful service from First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. Minimum $50 to open account. Checking accounts without activity may be charged dormant account fees.
Having trouble getting the trailer you need? Silverline Trailers, the largest trailer retailer in the USA, has the perfect solution for you you. Guaranteed approval. No credit check required. Get the quality trailer you need at a price you can afford. With over 3,500 trailers available and more coming in daily, we'll find the perfect trailer for you. And at Silverline, we're always looking to hire good people. Visit our website, silverlinetrailer.com, for a location near you. You can stop by our Jonesboro location today at 3711 Stadium Boulevard or call 870-203-0000. Silverline Trailers, your trusted trailer retailer.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp document systems dealer in Jonesboro.
This is Barry Forrest. My family's been taking care of equipment needs of businesses just like yours since 1965. I would love to work for you today.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp document system dealer at 1005 G Street in Jonesboro, 932-7852. Call Forrest Office Machines today.
No matter what the season, it's always a great time to go to Wings to Go. Whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's wrestling, whether it's anything, the wings, the salads, the hamburgers, everything they have at Wings to Go is always flavorful and it's always ready. All that has to happen is you come down and enjoy them. Happy winging from Wings to Go.
Central Ford in Truman has your vehicle and your back. Call Central Ford today to schedule your service appointment. Central Ford Service Department is even open on Saturdays. Whether you need an oil change, tire rotation, wheel alignment, brake service, battery inspection, or full engine repair, you can count on the service team at Central Ford in Truman. Next time your vehicle needs maintenance, remember Central Ford. Professional, convenient, reliable. Central Ford, exit 29 off I-555 in Truman and online at centralfordtruman.com.
And we welcome you to the halftime show brought to you by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. We're at Nettleton. It's 21-0 Raiders here at the break. Nettleton over Pocahontas 21-0. And we want to say a shout out to our sponsor of the halftime show. It's Kavanaugh Auto Group. Check out their entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com. And make sure you don't miss the Friday Night Light Scoreboard show presented by Kavanaugh Auto Group. Will Oswalt will be hosting all the recap of all the scores. It's going to be at the post-game show tonight. So the Raiders are leading 21-0, and here's how the scoring happened. Nettleton outscored them 14-0 in the first quarter. Got on the board with 8:31 remaining in the first quarter. Downtown TJ Brown, a 5-yard touchdown run. Mason Wan kicked the extra point. That made it 7-0. And then with 2:12 remaining in the first quarter, the playmaker, Curtis Smith, a 9-yard touchdown run. A Mason Wan point after a field goal made the score 14-0. Second quarter was all Nettleton. They outscored them 7-0. The score came on about an 85-yard run by the playmaker, Curtis Smith, and that happened with 4:26 remaining in the half, and that's where we are right now. Nettleton 21 and Pocahontas 0. We're joined in the NEA Baptist broadcast position by the director of the broadcast tonight, and that is Blake Isbell. Blake, thank you so much for being on the show with us tonight, man. Oh, heck yeah. You know what? It would help if I turned your microphone on. Okay, now then people can hear you. Thank you for being on the show tonight.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great to have Blake. People are excited about having Blake on the show. Ordinarily, the halftime show will have a principal or a coach, and everybody else turned me down. So I'm stuck with Blake. That's how it happened tonight.
I'm the bottom of the barrel?
Not at all, man. People are excited about hearing you, Blake. Blake, if you're watching on YouTube, Blake is the man who is directing it. He's running the wheels of steel, and he's making sure that Raider Nation can see the game, and that is a great thing. Blake, it's great to have you on, man. Do me a favor, tell the people a little bit about yourself, because you're behind-the-scenes kind of guy here tonight, directing the live stream. Tell us a little bit about yourself, about your family, your mom and dad. Just give them a shout out and tell us about your family.
All right, well, my name is Blake. I'm 17. I'm single. Blake_Snake05 on Snapchat, ladies. You can add that anytime you want. My mom is Marsha. She works at the junior high. She's pretty sick.
She's ill?
No, she's rad.
Oh, okay. Sick is a good thing.
My bad. Yeah,
okay.
It's rad.
Gotcha.
My dad, he's pretty dope too. I have a sister.
Okay.
We don't really talk about her much.
Does she like live in the basement or something? Or?
Nah, she just lives away. She's weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
You have Uncle Marty as well.
I do have Uncle Marty. I think you've met him.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, full disclosure, Blake's Uncle Marty and I were friends in college. We actually had a wrestling tag team. Maybe you've heard of us. Miller Lite. Craig Miller, Marty Light, Miller Lite. Probably the greatest wrestling tag team locally. This never really had a real match, but we were great in our own mind. You probably grew up big fan of Miller Lite, didn't you?
Absolutely.
I figured you did. Awesome. Blake Isbell, our guest on the halftime show. Hey, tell us about your hobbies. What do you do in your spare time?
Oh, well, I go around looking to pick up the ladies. I go around, just helping NTV because that is just my passion. I love it so much.
Awesome. So
yes.
Picking up chicks and helping NTV.
Absolutely.
That's what you do in your spare time. I love it. How long have you been a student at Nettleton? Because I know you weren't always a Raider.
No, I started going here in 9th grade, and so, yeah, that's when I started here.
But I could tell from the beginning you were proud to be a Raider.
Oh, absolutely.
You love the school.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you love NTV as well. Blake Isbell, our director of the live stream, he is our guest tonight on the halftime show. Okay, so you come to Nettleton your 9th grade year. How did you get involved in NTV, and how do you like being a part of Nettleton Television?
Well, the worst half of Miller Lite told me, my Uncle Marty, he told me I should join NTV to be in that class with you, and then I liked it every year, so I kept doing it.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you have, man. Glad that you came to Nettleton. Glad you got to be a part of Nettleton Television. Now, you've been a part of the Nettleton television crew for years now. What kind of experience has that been for you?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, I've done a little filming, a little directing, a little more filming. But my favorite's probably directing because that's what I'm like the okayest at.
Well, you're directing tonight, and I know you're doing a good job over there. I hear people all the time tell me how much they appreciate our students who bring the game to us, and one of them is Blake Isbell. Tell us, Blake, a little bit of behind the scenes. How many students does it take to put on a good NTV live stream?
I would say 3 really good ones. But if you have 4 to switch with like down camera or up camera, that can help too.
Okay, tell us like what positions you got, and give them a shout out. Who's doing the work tonight?
All right, up camera is Isabella
Devereaux.
Yes,
Okay.
Isabella Devereaux.
Yep.
Bottom camera is Jacob Linderman right now. That's him.
That's the man behind the camera right there. Yeah, Jacob Linderman.
And then shadowing him is VC Money, Chris Ropel.
Yes.
That is a future NTV star. That's for sure.
No doubt about it. We love Chris Ropel. It's his first year as a Raider, and he is joining us on the NTV crew for sure. Now, okay, now why are you? What's the deal with your hands?
I just don't know what to do with them.
You don't know what to do with your hands? Okay, put them by your side. That's fine. Okay?
Sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything with your hands. Just keep your hands at your side. We're talking to Blake Isbell. He's our guest on the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Okay, what do you do as the director of the broadcast?
Oh, well, I switched the camera views, and like I also changed the score, and then if anything like goes awry, then I have to fix it. It's probably the easiest, but it's the most important.
The director really is an important job for sure. You do a good job at it. Looking at the live stream, you need to change second quarter to halftime. You need to do that. And you can put your hands down, Blake. You can put your hands down. There you go. Just keep your hands down. Hey, one more question I got for you, and then we're about to switch it to the Raider band. One more question for you. People ask me all the time, when are you going to do another weather report? Blake he does the weather for us at Nettleton. His weather segments are wildly popular for some reason. I don't know why, but people love Blake's weather reports. When is another weather forecast coming?
Well, I've been taking my medicines recently, so I've become a little more confident.
Good.
But, if the people at home really want to, I'll just cut them cold turkey, and I'll do another weather report.
Let's plan on doing that. I do know the voice of the Valley View Blazers, Randy Myers. He's all the time harassing me on Facebook. When is Blake going to do another weather report? So maybe a shout out for Randy Myers. I think that would really make his day. Could you give us one of those?
Randy Myers, absolutely. Randy Myers, 100% chance that you're a fan. See, that's a report.
That is a report. Hey, Blake, thank you for joining us. You do great work for your school, and you're a good young man. I know your parents are proud of you. Your Uncle Marty, who's probably the biggest jabroni I've ever known in my life, I know he's very proud of you as well. Thank you for the good work that you do for our school. Do me a favor. Do your job. Get over there, change it, put it on the Raider band so that the good people can see it. Thank you for joining us on the halftime show, Blake.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, that's Blake Isbell. He's been our guest on the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. You can put your hands down. Okay, you don't have to do anything with your hands. The Raider band is taking the field, and Blake, get over there and switch it to the up camera so the people can see the Raider band. That he has been our guest on the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Let me remind you once again, you can go to KavanaughCars.com. That's KavanaughCars.com, and you can check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Make sure you tune in a little bit later on tonight for the Friday Night Lights scoreboard show. That's going to be on the Ticket Radio Network. That is 95.3 here in Jonesboro. And you can tune in. My man Will Oswald, he will have a full recap of everything going on across the area and across the state. That's the Kavanaugh Auto Group Friday Night Lights scoreboard show. You've tuned in to Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network, Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. We'll take a 5-minute break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half. Back in 5 minutes at Raider Field, Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
You're listening to the Nettleton Raiders on Bob FM, 101.3 KIYS HD2 Walnut Ridge, Jonesboro, KIYS HD2, K231BB College City, Jonesboro, KIYS HD4 Walnut Ridge, Jonesboro, and KIYS HD4, K267AS Piggott.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people, this is home. Apply online at fnbank.net/mortgage. From our family to yours, welcome home. First National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make and every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year of free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle? Get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to KavanaughCars.com.
Hey there, Northeast Arkansas. This is John Moore of Arkansas Superstore on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Here to tell you that we're flipping the script on car buying. Don't stand for bait and switch tactics.
That's holding.
We believe in transparency and trust. You deserve the car you want with a payment much lower than your rent. Arkansas Superstore is here to make sense of it all for you. Come over and find your dream ride. You're approved. When the banks say no, I say yes. Visit us today at 11580 Highway 49 North in Brooklyn or online at arkansassuperstore.com.
You raised your family here, did every July 4th here, refinished the floors here twice, sized up your daughter's boyfriends here, waited in the doorway all day when your son was coming home on leave. This place has given you all you've dreamed of, and now it's giving again in the form of a gourmet kitchen and the quietest dishwasher known to man. Realize your dream with a home equity line of credit from Simmons Bank. Dreams realized. SimmonsBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, subject to credit approval.
Every player on the football team has an important job so the team can reach its goal and success. Join our team at Lexicon right now and we'll help you reach your goals and success. Lexicon offers free on-the-job training through our own Lexicon University. We also offer competitive pay, a great healthcare plan, paid vacation, a sweet 401k plan, and more. Find out more at lexicon-inc.com/football.
Greenway proudly supports the DIYer in you. Whether you're a mover, a shaker, a groundbreaker, a risk taker, a challenge embracer, or a landscape visionary, whatever the task, we've got a John Deere tractor that can help move your project forward. You've got work to do, so let's get started. Reserve yours today in store or at gogreenway.com.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
Go outside and play with Jonesboro Cycle and ATV. Jonesboro Cycle is your go-to for all your power sports needs, whether it be off-road, on-road, or on the wall. Check out their inventory of four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, dirt bikes, cruisers, go-karts, scooters, personal watercrafts, boats, and even boat motors. Jonesboro Cycle is a 185,000 square foot motorsports mecca featuring all the name brands under one roof. Jonesboro Cycle and ATV on U.S. Highway 63 North in Bono and JonesboroCycle.com.
When a clinic sends a referral for your specialty services, you have a choice. The decision of where you receive care is yours. You can choose the only facility in Eastern Arkansas to receive an A rating in patient safety by Leapfrog, delivering world-class care and an unmatched safety protocol. You have a choice in your healthcare provider. Choose NEA Baptist, where safety isn't a goal. It's a promise.
Need top-notch farming and lawn gear? Visit First Choice Farm and Lawn, your Kubota dealer in Brooklyn. We get your need for reliable equipment. That's why we offer precision Kubota machinery for any task. From seasoned farmers to green-thumbed homeowners, we are working to keep you working. Find your Kubota match at First Choice Farm and Lawn on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Achieve your goals faster with our Kubota inventory and top-notch service. Call 870-790-2301 or drop by today. Your trusted Kubota dealer, First Choice Farm and Lawn.
And we welcome you back to Nettleton High School. Craig Miller, Cade Carter with you on the NEA Baptist broadcast position high above Raider Field. NEA Baptist is healthcare for the next century. We are at halftime, and the Raiders lead Pocahontas 21-0. We appreciate Blake Isbell joining us. He's directing the football live stream, and we're glad that you tuned in there. You just saw the Nettleton Raider Band. We apologize you weren't able to hear the Nettleton Raider Band. The way that our broadcasts are set up now with our partnership with EAB, we have to bring you the EAB commercials. Back whenever it was just an NTV broadcast, we would could hear and see the band, but times have changed, and we've got an excellent, wonderful partnership with the great people at EAB, and we have to play their commercials. So we apologize to anybody that offends out there, and I know some of you are commenting on the live stream that you don't like the setup, but it's like Mama said, it bees that way sometime, and we are thankful that the Raiders have a 21-0 lead over the Pocahontas Redskins here at half. Nettleton got on the board first with 8:31 remaining in the first quarter. Nettleton received the opening kickoff, and a little bit less than 5 minutes, they marched the length of the field, and they scored on a 5-yard touchdown run by downtown T.J. Brown. Mason Wan booted the extra point. That made the score 7-0. Nettleton scored again in the first quarter, this time a 9-yard run by the playmaker Cortez Smith. With 3:12 remaining in the first quarter, the score was 14-0 after Mason Wan kicked the PAT. The second quarter, Cortez Smith ran an 85-yard touchdown run with 4:26 remaining in the first quarter. I said 85. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, Cade. I didn't notice how far he ran. It was a long way. He ran. It was a great run and about 85 yards, somewhere around there. Kevin Turbeville, the editor at the Sun, he's down there, and I'm sure he's got it. It'll be the stats will be correct in the paper when it comes out within the next couple of days. But that made the score 21-0 after the PAT kick was good. So 21-0 is the score. The Raiders over Pocahontas here at Raider Field. Nettleton looking to move to 1-1 on this young season. Last week we fell to the Bombers by the score, the Mountain Home Bombers, by the score of 29-19. I admired the way the Raiders fought. Let me tell you something. That was a tough opponent.
They were.
Yeah, they're going to beat a lot of people this year. They were just better than us last week, and we tip our hat to the Mountain Home Bombers, a very hard-fought win for Mountain Home. They beat us by 10, but the Raiders leading tonight 21-0 here at the half. Pocahontas will receive the opening kickoff, and it is just about time to start the second half.
I will say I think we fixed all the penalties we got last week. Definitely not as many this week.
Yep, that is for sure. We've played a little more disciplined, and you expect that the second game that you play. Last week we had about 50 yards of penalty. One thing that I was encouraged by last week, Kate, we didn't have any. We only had one turnover, and it was on a fumble after a pass reception. So the Raiders on to kick off. Mason Wan to kick off, and Dylan Lindsay and Zane Hibbard back deep. He kicks it to Lindsay, fields it at about the 15-yard line. He's out across the 30. Good run back. He's across the 45-yard line, across the 50 before he is brought down by Brandon Alexander. A great return by Lindsay, and the Redskins are going to have good field position. 1st and 10 inside Nettleton territory. 1st and 10 at the 46, and it looks like we've got a Raider who's a little bit shaken up. That's Kamarian Davis, the sophomore defensive back, wide receiver. And he is getting checked on by Nick and the great staff from St. Bernard Sports Medicine. They do very good work, and they are.
Looks like a cramp.
Looks like a cramp, that's right. Kamarian had a bad cramp in the scrimmage game. I was down there on the field running camera right in front of me. Bless his heart, he pulled up with a obviously very painful cramp, and that looks like what it is again. He's actually looks like he's got a cramp in both legs. They're working both legs down there. So let's hope that Kamarian is up and off the field, and hope that he is over the pain of a cramp very quickly. He's up. He's walking under his own power. A nice hand for the Raider from the Raider faithful. And Kamarian Davis makes his way to the sideline. I tell you, folks, those cramps.
I'm about to say.
I don't mean to downplay them. That is incredibly painful.
They're no joke.
Oh, no joke at all.
Charlie horse in your calf.
Yep. It'll bring a big, strong guy like Kamarian Davis flat of his back. Redskins 1st and 10 at the Raider 47. The quarterback, Coffee, is going to be a quarterback keeper straight up the middle. He's got running room. He's got positive yardage down to the 37-yard line of the Raiders. It's going to be a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2. Actually, 2nd and 1. Boy, he's right there by the sticks. They got a good spot. So it's going to be 2nd down and less than a yard for Pocahontas.
Is that Cortez at safety?
That is.
I think he made the tackle.
Curtis Smith slipping in the game. They call him the playmaker, mainly for what he does on the offensive side of the ball, but he's a football player, folks. Curtis Smith making the stop on defense as well. 2nd down and inches for Pocahontas. The quarterback again going to keep it. Coffee running right side. He's got the 1st down. Tackled once again by Curtis Smith, but he gets the 1st down. Pocahontas, they trail 21-0. With 10:57 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. The ball on the 30-yard line of the Raiders. Coffee, the quarterback. Womack in the backfield with him. It's a fumble on the snap. The Redskins fall on it. Quarterback Coffee fumbled the snap. Don't know if he just wasn't ready for it or if he just simply muffed it. In any event, it's a loss of 5. It's going to be 2nd down and 15 for Pocahontas. The ball on the the Raider 35-yard line. I want to say a shout out to Amy Carter. She's on her way back home. She was here tonight, and she is a great Nettleton Raider legend, and it was great to have her at the ball field tonight, listening to us on the radio right now. They give to the running back, and he bulls his way forward close to the original line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Cohen Liggins, also in on the stop, Damon Coleman. It's going to be a gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for Pocahontas. Red Wolf Mark has made his appearance here, and he's brought me some candy bars and a grape soda, and he's telling me I'm number 1. Thank you so much, Red Wolf Mark. I appreciate that. That's a good Nettleton Raider fan right there, and you can bet Red Wolf Mark is hoping the Raiders get a big stop here on 3rd and 11. The pass is complete, close to the first down to Hibbard. It's going to be a gain of about 8. He's tackled short of the first down, but it's definitely 4-down territory. It's going to be 4th down and short for Pokey. It'll be 4th down, and we'll call it 2 for the Redskins. Need a stop right here, Kate.
Oh, yeah.
4th and 2 for Pocahontas. Coffey, the quarterback, with Womack in the backfield. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's got the first down across the 15. He's brought down by Kylan Shelton and Cortez Smith, but not before another Redskin first down. The Raiders lead 21-0, 9:15 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Pocahontas, however, they're looking to score here on their opening possession of the 2nd half.
See what they do.
Nettleton with 4 down linemen. Quarterback rolls to his right. He's going to keep it, and he is tackled down at about the 5-yard line, and it's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 2nd down, and we'll call it 3 on the Raider 5-yard line.
2nd and 2.
Buddy Nichols said 2nd and 2. Cade, we'll go with that. I trust Buddy over me. I promise you that. He is the GOAT. 2nd down and 2 for the Redskins. The ball is on the Raider 5-yard line. 8:25 to play in the 3rd quarter. The score is Nettleton 21, Pocahontas 0, but Pocahontas knocking on the door of the end zone. 2nd down and 2 from the 5. Quarterback keeper. He's battling for the end zone. He's denied by the Raiders. That's Nettleton's number 55, Danny Gary, who saved the touchdown. And I believe they're going to call it a first down. It's a gain of about 3. It's going to be, well, they're saying it's 3rd and inches. 3rd down and inches. The ball of about the 4-yard line, 3-yard line, I should say, of the Raiders. 3rd down and inches for the Redskins. Now would be a good time for a fumble. Coffey, the quarterback, rolling to his right. And he is tackled out of bounds. A great play over there by Kamarion Davis. Kamarion Davis with a tackle for a loss. It was 3rd and inches. Now it's 4th down and 2 for Pocahontas. This Raider defense, Kay, they're stiffening up at the right time.
Great play by number 20.
4th and 2, the ball on the 5-yard line of the Raiders. Big play right here, folks. Danny Gary, Caden Newsom, defensive line. The running left side. It's an option to hit a fumble on the play. Fumble on the play. Fumbled into the end zone, and it's recovered by Pocahontas. That'll be a touchdown. Number 14 with the fumble recovery, and Pocahontas is on the board.
Well, sometimes luck's not on your side. It was on Pocahontas' side, but good defense. They just came up with a touchdown.
That is Stephen Baltz who recovered it.
For the touchdown.
And so Stephen Baltz, boy, if you know anything about Pocahontas, that name, it is synonymous with the Redskins. They're going for 2.
Got it.
And it's going to be good. 2-point conversion is good. Pass is complete to Hibbard. And that makes the score 21-8 with 7:06 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Back in 30 seconds, some more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
For over a decade, the Arkansas Children's Hospital Jonesboro Clinic has served pediatric patients with specialty healthcare needs ranging from hearing loss to heart disease. Their doctors, nurses, and pediatric specialists, combined with state-of-the-art telemedicine options, means patients get the nationally ranked care Arkansas Children's Hospital is known for without driving to Little Rock. Bringing care close to your home to give kids more time to be kids is the Arkansas Children's commitment. Visit archildrens.org/NEA.
Pocahontas scores on their opening drive of the third quarter. A 2-point conversion. Good. The score is 21-8. Pocahontas on the board, but Nettleton still with a 21-8 lead. I'm doing the math in my head. 21-8. That is, what's 21 minus 8? That would be a 13. A 13-point lead, right?
Yep.
So Raiders up by 13. I got to apologize to Jim McDaniel and Charlene Jernigan. That's bad arithmetic by the TMC. 21-8. We're trying to get the scoreboard changed on our live stream, and we do. The kick is fielded at the 30-yard line by the Raiders. It's Xavier Harrell who fields it, and he is brought down at about the 40. Low grounder of a kick. Xavier Harrell scooped it up, advanced it to the 40-yard line. I'm telling you, Pocahontas, they kicking it to the wrong guy there in Xavier. He did a good job of scooping that thing up and advancing it to the 40-yard line. That's where the Raiders will take over 1st and 10. 6:57 to play in the third quarter. Nettleton 21. Pocahontas 8. Maddox Hampton,
See what we got going.
the quarterback. In the backfield with them is downtown T.J. Brown. 2 receivers split out wide to the left. The playmaker wide to the right. In motion is Q Thompson. They give it to T.J. Brown. T.J. Brown running off the left side. Gets to the 45-yard line. A gain of 5. It's going to be second down
I think we got a hold.
and 5. And we do have a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Raiders, so they're going to bring that back. Be a replay of first down, but after a 10-yard penalty. So instead of it being 1st and 10, it's going to be first down and 20 for the Raiders.
Against Nettleton will be 1st and 20.
Downtown T.J. Brown, the running back in the backfield with the quarterback, Maddox Hampton. 1st and 20 for the Raiders. 2 receivers to the right. 2 wide left, hard count, and Pocahontas jumps off sides.
That's something the Raiders do well. We like to do the hard count.
That's 5 free yards right there. Instead of 1st and 20, it's 1st and 15.
Yeah.
That just sounds a whole lot better.
It does. Manageable.
This Raider offense is high octane. A lot of threats. The Mad Dog gives it to T.J. Brown, and it looked like there was a little bit of a almost a fumble on the exchange. Nettleton maintained possession, but Reagan Womack came in and just hammered downtown T.J. Brown. That's a loss of about 5, and so it's going to be second down and 20. Kind of a busted play there.
Had a bad exchange.
Hampton and T.J. Brown, they're going to try it again in the backfield. 2 receivers wide left, 2 to the right. They're going to pass. Mad Dog over the middle. It's complete to the playmaker at the 40-yard line. He's across the 50. He's at the 40. He's dashing down the sidelines, and they're not going to get him. Cortez Smith, the playmaker, with a 70-yard touchdown reception. Touchdown Raiders.
Cortez ran a curl route, caught the ball, made a good cut. Took it to the crib. Good play.
No doubt. I tell you what, I like the idea. Get the ball in the playmaker's hands and let the playmaker work his magic. Man, he sure did that time. That's a second long touchdown from the playmaker. He had it scored on about an 85-yard run, and he just scored on a 70-yard pass from Maddox Hampton. 27-8 the score. Mason Wan boots the extra point, and so the Raiders, with 5:50 remaining in the third quarter, they now lead Pocahontas 27-8. Back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Dude, you won't believe it. We sold our house and we made a fortune.
No way. How'd you find out it was worth that much?
We used this awesome website, arhomevalue.com. It was a game changer. It's brought to you by Dustin White Realty. They know their stuff. Plus, arhomevalue.com is quick and easy to use.
Don't miss out on getting top dollar for your home. Go to arhomevalue.com today. Brought to you by Dustin White Realty. Top dollar for your home sale is just a click away. arhomevalue.com.
The Raiders with a 28 to, excuse me, it should be a 27, no, it's 28, that's right, 28 to 8 lead, a 20-point lead over the Pocahontas Redskins. 5:50 remaining in the third quarter. Mason Wan kicks it deep. This time it's going to be fielded by Lindsey once again at the 15-yard line. And he is wrapped up and thrown down. Very good special teams tackle by Q Hollis. And last time, Cade, Pocahontas scored their first score of the game, but they had good field position thanks to an outstanding return by Lindsey. This time, Q Hollis says, I'm not going to let you get free this time, sir. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Redskins at their own 25-yard line. So the Raider defensive unit out on the field, definitely a young unit, learning every week, growing every week. Coffee, the quarterback, he's running straight up the middle. He's hit by Caden Newsom immediately. He's thrown forward, however. He keeps his forward motion going. Caden Newsom with the stop. It's going to be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for Pocahontas. They got the ball on their own 33-yard line. Raiders with a 28 to 8 lead here with 5:20 remaining in the third quarter. Coffee, the quarterback. In the backfield with him is Reagan Womack. Weighs about 260 pounds. He is a bruiser. They give it to Womack, and Womack is hit in the backfield. First contact made by Q Hollis, talented sophomore defensive end. And also in on the stop is Keon Stallings. Keon's helmet popped off. He's going to have to run to the sideline to get Keon back out there. He's a big part of that defense. It's 3rd down and 4 for Pocahontas. Ball on their 30-yard line, and Kay, this defense needs to make some stops. Here's a great opportunity right here.
I say Keon made some big stops last week. Need him out there.
Our PA crew doing a very good job getting the music pumping, getting Raider Nation on their feet. Hoping for a big stop right here. The quarterback, he's dropping back to pass, rolling to his right, and he is brought down short of the first down. Good job by Cohen Liggins. A nice open field tackle over there in the flats on the far side. He gains a couple of yards. Cohen keeps him from the sticks.
Going for it.
They're going for it. It's 4th down and 2. Ball on their own 33. They're going for it. Pretty gutsy play right here. Something tells me it's the old hard count, and they're going to call timeout and punt.
I think they're going to go for it.
Let's see if they decide to. Well, they are going for it. Rolling to his right is Coffee, and he's got the first down. Run out of bounds at about the 42. Give Coach Chester credit. That was a gutsy Riverboat Gambler type call, but it worked out for Pocahontas. First down, Redskins. And there is a Raider down on the far side. It looks like it may be Kamarion Davis again, and probably another cramp. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Gavin Grubbs, our excellent producer back in the EB studio. Let's take a 30-second break, and when we come back, we'll have some more Raider football for you. With 3:48 remaining in the third quarter, it's Nettleton 28, Pocahontas 8, back in 30. Raider football on NTV and the EB Sports Network.
It's a mix and match special now at all Northeast Arkansas Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any 2 for $6.99 each for carryout or delivery. How about a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, loaded tots, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, bread twists, marble brownies, and so much more. Switch it up for lunch or dinner for the whole gang. The mix and match special with any 2 for only $6.99 each for carryout or delivery. Only at your Northeast Arkansas area Domino's Pizza locations.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. Sure glad you're hanging out with us here on this Friday evening. With 3:48 remaining in the third quarter, your score is Nettleton 28, Pocahontas 8. We do have an injured Raider on the far sideline. I believe, and Kate, you help me out. You have younger eyes than me. I believe that was Kamarion Davis,
I think so.
the injured Raider. And this time it doesn't look like a cramp.
There was a big collision on the sideline.
Yeah, he may have got the wind knocked out of him, and the excellent staff from St. Bernard Sports Medicine out there working on him. Coach Hampton is out to check on him as well. Pocahontas, they have athletic trainers as well, and they're checking on Kamarion. He's sitting up, and he's to his feet. That is good news. It looks like he...
I think it was the air. The way he's walking.
Yeah, might have got the wind knocked out of him, and he seems to be kind of favoring his right arm somehow. And he's in a whole lot of pain for sure, but he is walking off the field on his own power. Now he's taking his helmet off and throws it down. He's holding his, looks like his right collarbone, and let's hope that that's not a broken collarbone. If so, that's going to put Kamarion out for a while. But that is an incredibly painful injury if you have a bruised collarbone or broken collarbone. Now then, he seems to be doing a little bit better, and let's hope that Kamarion is all right. We're getting a nice ovation from the Raider faithful. That young man has played a good game tonight, has had a good season. 2 games in, he's made some big plays. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. The ball on their own 42-yard line. Nettleton with a 28-8 lead here in the third quarter. 3:48 remaining in the third quarter of play. Redskins methodical in their approach. They give to number 2, Hibbard. He's running the left side, and he has brought down a very good open field tackle by KG, Kylan Goodlow. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Love to see number 8 pursuing and making that tackle.
Yeah, that was a great tackle. Tried to get the stiff arm on him, but it didn't work out.
Kylan Goodlow fought right through it, brought him down. Hibbard's a good running back. Zane Hibbard, he's a senior, and boy, he's got speed. Had an open field, but a good open field tackle there by Kylan Goodlow. 2nd down and 8 for the Redskins. Coffey rolling to his right, cuts upfield, tackled by Cohen Liggins. Also in on the stop for Nettleton is number 25, Q Hollis. It's a gain of, we'll call it 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Redskins.
Got a cramp.
Got another player down, and can you tell who that is? That Kylan Goodlow, number 8. Kind of hard for me to see that number right now. It is a cramp. Actually, Kylan Goodlow is helping the player with the cramp.
Might be Cortez.
It is Cortez. Okay, so the playmaker is down. Just a cramp. Raider Nation, you can relax. Nothing major, just a cramp. Temperature, according to my watch, is 74 degrees out there. That's still pretty warm for a football game. And so on these open and few games, there's always a whole lot of cramps that goes on. And last week we had a bunch, as you could imagine. With game time temperature was about 91 degrees. And out on that turf, it's even warmer. But 74 is a whole lot more comfortable. It's a nice night at Raider Field, a great crowd of Nettleton folks out to support the Raiders, and, of course, Pocahontas, that great tradition they have. They travel well. They're the visiting stands full of Redskins fans. They're wearing their red. They're supporting their team. It's a great night, only in America. Friday night football, I love it, and this is a good night to be a Raider as Nettleton leads Pocahontas 28-8 here in the third quarter. Cortez is up, nearly fell back down, but he's got a big smile across his face. The playmaker, I'd be smiling too if I'd have scored 3 touchdowns like he has tonight. He scored 3 of the Raiders' 4 touchdowns, and Nettleton leads 28-8 with just over 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's 3rd down and 3 for the Redskins at midfield. Definite 4-down territory. Quarterback keeper, he's got the first down. Cohen Liggins on the stop, but not before he gains about 5 yards. They're going to move the chains.
They're running the option well.
They really are. This
you don't see that very often.
Redskin quarterback, DJ Coffey, very smart young man. junior quarterback, and he is first year to start. Connor Baker was a quarterback last year, and he obviously did a good job learning from the great Connor Baker. He's done a good job running an offense tonight. 1st and 10 for the Redskins, the ball on the 46-yard line of the Raiders. Rolling to his left is Coffey. He is looking downfield to throw. It is complete to number 14. He is tackled by Isaac Black. Also in on the stop, Nigel Bell. It's going to be a first down for Pocahontas. The ball is spotted at the Raider 32-yard line.
Kept his eyes downfield. Got to give him some respect.
Yeah, that's number 18 is Dylan Lindsay. Young man's had a good game. Made a very good kickoff return earlier, and that was a great catch and a run after the catch. I say it was. It might have been Stephen Baltz who caught that. You got to forgive me, folks, for forgetting the number there. Baltz with a touchdown. Pocahontas' only touchdown. Nettleton leads 28-8. They give to the big running back, Reagan Womack. He is brought down by Q Hollis, and Cohen Liggins also in on the stop. He bulls his way forward for 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 from the Raider 29-yard line. 1:44 on the clock here in the third quarter. Nettleton up by 20. It's 28-8 over a resilient Pocahontas squad.
One thing about them running the ball, though, is they're running the clock out. So that's not good on their part with their offense.
That's exactly right. This time is on our side. Rolling to his right is Coffey, and he is sacked. That's a quarterback sack by Damon Coleman, the sophomore linebacker, getting a start because Tyler Craig is injured and with a concussion. Nice play there by Damon, a quarterback sack, and that puts the ball back on the 31-yard line of the Raiders. That's where the Redskins have it, 3rd down and 9. Big play with less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. The score is 28-8. Nettleton with a 20-point lead over Pocahontas. Pocahontas driving, however. Coffey rolling to his left, options out to Hibbard, and Hibbard is tackled from behind by Danny Gary. Danny Gary throws the running back down, loses his helmet. It's a gain of about 6. It'll bring up 4th down and 4 for the Redskins. 4th and 4 for Pocahontas. They're going for it with the ball on the Raider 26-yard line.
Got to make something happen.
Raider defense looking for a stop. 4th down and 4. 12 seconds on the game clock. And I think they're going to just let it run out. And that's exactly what they're going to do. The third quarter comes to an end with Pocahontas driving. 4th down and 4. Big play when we come back. Heading to the fourth quarter, your score is Nettleton 28, Pocahontas 8. Back in 60 seconds. Raider football on NFI EAB Sports Network.
What started with our grandfather and continues in its 4th generation today, Glen Saint's history of quality sales, service, and strong personal relationships that have kept our customers and their families coming back for over 69 years.
From my grandpa to my dad to us, service after the sale is a big deal. Whether you're looking to buy a GMC, Chevrolet, Buick, or Ford, we look forward to serving you and your family for years to come.
Across Arkansas, Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville join you in cheering on our favorite teams. We applaud the extra effort from neighbors like you that make our local schools and activities an integral part of our community. Working as a team to help you reach your goals is a perfect game plan for success. The Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville, finally a bank in your corner. MeBanking.com, member FDIC.
Great night at Raider Field as the Nettleton Raiders have a 28-8 lead over Pocahontas after 3 quarters of play. Fourth quarter about to get started, and we're going to start it with a 4th down and 4 for the Redskins. The ball on the Raider 26-yard line. Big time play here at Raider Field. 4th and 4, first play of the fourth quarter. And there is a flag on the play. What'd you see there, Kate?
It's on the sideline over here. It might be a sideline warning.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Sideline warning against the Raiders. It's just a warning, so no infraction, no penalty. So still 4th down and 4 for Pocahontas. Coffee with Womack in the backfield. Big bruising running back, 260 pounds, Womack. Coffee, the quarterback, he's rolling to his right. He's looking to throw. He tucks it. He's running it. He looks to have the first down. Gets across the 20-yard line, and that's plenty for a first down. The Raider defense, once again, having a tough time getting the opponent's offense off of the field. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. They're in the red zone now. They're on the 17-yard line of the Raiders.
Need to wrap up. They're just trying to hit them hard.
28-8. The Raiders with a 20-point lead here in the 4th quarter. 11:35 to play in the game. Coffee, the quarterback, rolling to his right, stumbles and is tackled by Keon Stallings. Keon Stallings with a tackle for a loss. He might have got back. He might have lunged forward for the line of scrimmage. Actually, it is going to be a loss of 1. So good job by the talented junior defensive lineman, Keon Stallings. I was very impressed by Keon last year as a sophomore, and he is playing well as a junior this year. We have an injury timeout. It looks like it's Jamarcus Johnson, the Raider, who's a little bit shaken up. He is lying flat on his back, and now then they're working on him. Looks like his ankle. Don't want to speculate, but he might have rolled his ankle perhaps. Here I am speculating after I said I don't want to speculate. But they're working on him, and he appears to be all right. He's spread eagle out there, and Jamarcus is a big young man. That's a big eagle to be spread out there. He's on the 15-yard line, and now he's getting help up. Nick, who works out, obviously. He's our trainer. He's a pretty muscle-bound guy. He had a tough time lifting up big Jamarcus Johnson. Jamarcus is all right. He's walking toward the sideline. He wears number 60 in honor of the class of '89's Big Larry, Jamarcus Johnson. Going in for him is Cameron Lewis Speed, sophomore defensive lineman. So after the tackle for a loss by Keon Stallings, it's going to be 2nd down and 11 for the Redskins. The score is Nettleton 28, Pocahontas 8. We're in the 4th quarter. Empty backfield now for Coffee. Running to his left, he has plenty of blocking. He's got close to the first down. He's brought down over there by number 24, Damon Coleman. Close to the first down. They're going to say it's a first down. It's a gain of about 11. It's going to be 1st down and goal to go for Pocahontas at the Raiders' 6-yard line.
Coffee's doing a great job.
Really is. I've been impressed by the junior quarterback for Pocahontas. He's a good football player. Made some good decisions tonight. Run the ball hard. But this time it's a jet sweep right side, and he's tripped up by, I believe that was Kylan Shelton, who tripped up Zane Hibbard. Ball at the 5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and goal to go at the 5. Good tackle there by Kylan Shelton. Kylan Shelton, perhaps the best defensive player that we got. He is a great football player, number 1. Kylan Shelton was not able to play last week because he had COVID. Thankfully, he's well and back out on the field. 2nd down and goal to go from the 5. Coffee, the quarterback. Hibbard and Womack in the backfield with him. Now they go up to the line, so it's heavy left side, and that's the direction he's running. He's wrapped up in the backfield, tackled by Caden Newson, the defensive player of the week last week. He showed why. Tackle for a loss, Caden Newson. It's going to be 3rd down and goal to go for the Raiders on the 7-yard line after a big-time play by Caden Newson.
That was a great play. Great play. Good tackle.
Really was. Caden Newson, a 2-year starter. He started for the Raiders last year. Doing a great job on the D-line. 3rd down and goal to go from the 7. Play is whistled dead.
And they got a timeout.
Timeout Pocahontas. We'll take that timeout with them. 60-second timeout with 9:25 remaining in the game. The score is Nettleton 28, Pocahontas 8. Let's make it 30. Back in 30 seconds. Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
You love your truck, and Plaza Tire Service is here to help you make it even better with custom wheels, leveling kits, and the area's best selection of light truck tires, ATs, mud tires, and RTs up to 35s and bigger. Plaza Tire Service has the tires you want in stock today, and we'll help you select a great combination that gets your truck exactly the way you want it. In Jonesboro and South Caraway, and now at our newest location on East Johnson Avenue. The biggest selection, the best service, and the lowest prices on light truck tires are at Plaza Tire Service.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. Gavin Grubbs doing a great job producing despite his play-by-play guys' mistakes. 9:25 to play in the game. Nettleton up 28-8. It is third down and goal to go for the Redskins on the Raiders' 7-yard line, and this Raider defense looking for a big stop here. Coffee rolling to his right, looking to throw to the end zone. It is incomplete. Intended for Hibbard. Kylan Goodlow on the defense, and it's going to be fourth down and goal to go for the Redskins. There is a flag on the play.
If it's PI, I don't agree with it.
Well, let's see what they call it. Yeah, it is pass interference, and it is against Nettleton. So that'll be a half the distance to the goal. In high school, pass interference is not an automatic first down. So it should be, I guess, a replay of third down. Third down and goal to go. The ball is on the 4-yard line. 3.5. There is not a 3.5-yard line, but between the 3 and the 4. Third down and goal to go for the Redskins. Play is whistle dead, a timeout. Raiders. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. With 9:23 to play in the game, the score is Nettleton 28, Pocahontas 8. Back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Valley View High School Athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
Raider Field rocking tonight. A whole lot of happy Nettleton fans as Nettleton leads Pocahontas 28-8 here in the fourth quarter. 9:23 to play in the game. The Redskins have it third down and goal to go inside the Raider 5-yard line between the 3 and the 4. Run DMC saying it's tricky on the loudspeakers.
Might be the greatest 80s music video ever produced.
It may be by NTV. Coffee, the quarterback, in the gun. He's rolling to his right. He's hit in the backfield. He fights his way toward the goal line. He's close, and he
got him at the 1.
Is marked down at the 1-yard line. He got across the goal line, but they're saying he was down beforehand.
His knees were down.
Yeah, his knees were down. The ball is where the ball is located when his knees hit the turf. It's going to be fourth down and goal to go, and he's got about if there was a 1-foot line, that's where it would be. About a foot to go. Raiders up 28-8, 8:55 to play on the clock. Fourth down and a foot, and the Redskins are going to go for it. From the shotgun, quarterback keeper straight up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pocahontas, makes the score 28-14.
Well, good run by Pocahontas.
8:43 to play in the game. And they're going to go for 2, I believe. That would make it a 12-point deficit for the Redskins. The score right now is 28-14. They were successful in a 2-point conversion earlier. Run a pass play. Let's see what they do now. They are going to pass. It's a throwback, and it's incomplete. He had a man open, had Hibbard open, but the pass was a little bit low. So the 2-point conversion, no good. With 8:43 to play in the game, the Raiders up by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Back in 30 seconds, some more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
This is Keith Baird with the Baird Auto Group. There's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Fourth quarter action at Nettleton. Nettleton leads Pocahontas 28-14 with 8:43 remaining in the game. Pocahontas trailed 21-0 at half. The Raiders with a 21-point lead at the intermission. Pocahontas has outscored Nettleton in the second half, 2-1. They have outscored us 14-7 here in the second half, and it's 28-14. The Raiders, however, with a 14-point lead with 8:43 to play. Kick is short and angling out of bounds. Nigel Bell, the nearest Raider, but it goes out of bounds, and so I think when it goes out of bounds, you have the option of taking it on the 35-yard line or where it goes out of bounds. Of course, the Raiders are going to take it where it goes out of bounds. It was out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, and that's where Nettleton will take over 1st and 10. Good field position.
Yeah, I don't see why they would kick it out right there. That doesn't make sense to me.
I think he might have been trying for an onside, just kicked it a little hard perhaps. It would be a time for an onside kick. Nettleton now with the ball, and I have a feeling the Raiders are going to milk the clock a little bit. 8:42 away from our first win of the season. Maddox Hampton from the gun. Gives to downtown T.J. Brown. He is hit in the backfield, but he fights his way forward for a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. I like the way that young man battles.
Oh, yeah.
He's got breakaway speed. He's got a great burst, but he's proven that he can get hit hard and he can keep on moving forward. T.J. Brown, remember that name, folks. He's going to be one of the all-time Nettleton greats. He keeps maturing and progressing. 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, in the backfield with him is T.J. Brown. 2 receivers wide to the left. Caleb Tedder in the slot. He gives to downtown T.J. Brown, running right side, not much running room. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders. Clock is at 7:50 and ticking. Pocahontas feeling a little bit of momentum out there. Uncle Mo definitely on the Pocahontas Redskins sideline. Let's see if the Raiders can't get a big play right here to get Uncle Mo back where he belongs. 3rd down and 8. Maddox Hampton in the backfield with downtown T.J. Brown. 2 receivers spread wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Mad Dog from the gun, drops straight back. He's going to throw. Over the middle is complete to the playmaker for a 1st down. Curtez Smith hauls it in at about the 43-yard line of the Pocahontas Redskins. Move the chains. 1st down Raiders. K, that was a big play.
Yeah, we've been hitting with the same play all night. It's a simple curl route. They're just dropping their corners and safeties so deep. It's open every time. So,
Coach Clint Wilson, the offensive coordinator for Nettleton, taking what the defense is given.
He's always preached that to me.
You probably got preached to a lot by Clint Wilson. 1st down and 10 for the Raiders. He gives it to downtown T.J. Brown, running right side, has a gain of a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. We'll call it 2nd and 9 because Buddy Nichols said so. Clock is at 6:35 and ticking. Nettleton with a 14-point lead, 28-14. 2nd down and 9 for the Raiders. Maddox Hampton letting the play clock roll. It's a screen pass over here in the flats to Curtez Smith. He's going to take it to the house, folks. Curtez at the 10. Curtez into the end zone. Another touchdown for Curtez Smith. Makes it 34-14. A 43-yard strike from Maddox Hampton to Curtez.
Put him in motion, hit him on a bubble route. Receivers blocked well, and he took it to the crib. So, good job.
9-5. What a way to make a living. Nettleton's Maddox Hampton to the playmaker, Curtez Smith. with 6:12 remaining in the game. It's a 20-point lead for the Raiders. Mason Wan out to attempt the extra point. Caleb Tedder with the hold. The kick is up, and Mason Wan is perfect tonight. Outstanding job by the junior kicker. Makes the score Nettleton 35, Pocahontas 14. We'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Hi, this is Bob Moore with Moore Air Conditioning. AC issues in the summer interrupt your life in more ways than one. We're here to help. When you need your air conditioning repaired, you need it fast. Get more assurance with the Moore same-day guarantee. We'll send a licensed, trained, and background check technician to your home the same day you call, or you don't pay a service fee. That's the Moore Assurance Guarantee, creating comfort one home at a time. 870-336-2023.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
You're listening to the Nettleton Raiders on Bob FM, 101.3 KIYS HD2 Walnut Ridge, Jonesboro, KIYS HD2, K231 BB College City, Jonesboro, KIYS HD4 Walnut Ridge, Jonesboro, and KIYS HD4, K267AS Piggott.
Fourth quarter action here at Nettleton. Mason Wan's kick is returned to the 25-yard line, and that is where Caleb Tedder in on the stop for the Raiders. And Pocahontas will take over 1st and 10 from their own 26. 6:06 to play in the game. Nettleton leads 35-14. Story of the game is Curtis Smith. The playmaker has scored 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 receiving. Downtown TJ Brown scored the other touchdown for the Raiders. The Raiders up 35-14. Pocahontas now with the ball. Coffey gives to Womack. Womack, the 260-pound bruising running back, right up the middle, and he is tackled by Q Hollis for the Raiders. Q Hollis, the sophomore, he ain't afraid of the big bad 260-pound bruising running back. He made the stop after he did gain a couple, however. It's 2nd down and 8 for the Redskins. 5:42 on the clock and ticking. And Pocahontas taking their time with the play.
They need to hurry up.
Not a whole lot of urgency out there. I think they're just going to try to get one more possession in and call it a night. Rolling to his right is Coffey, the quarterback. The pass is incomplete. It is intended for number 20, Wyatt Converse, a young man who's had a good night tonight, but it's in and out of his hands and incomplete. And it will bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Redskins. Coffey, the quarterback, looks to the sideline, gets the hand signal, gets the play. They don't do huddles anymore, at least these two teams do not. They don't huddle up and the quarterback tell them what it's going to be. They get the call from the coach. He's running left side, and he is tackled for a loss. Great job over there. I believe that was Caden Newson and Q Hollis on the stop for the Raiders. Tackle for a loss, and it's going to be 4th down and long for Pocahontas with 5 minutes to play. Nettleton winning 35-14. They're going to punt it away.
Cortez back.
The punter is Ricky Regina. That's a nice alliterated name. Junior halfback and linebacker. The playmaker, Curtis Smith. He's got 4 touchdowns tonight, and he is back deep to receive. 35-14 is the score. Nettleton with the lead. High snap. It is nearly blocked, and we may have we're going to have a flag back there, roughing the kicker, maybe running into the kicker. The punt is down at the 40-yard line. And let's see what the call is. Nettleton will have it 1st and 10 on the 40, but let's see what this flag is. It's going to be a personal foul, roughing the kicker against Nettleton. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, and Pocahontas will have 1st down.
Got to be careful with that.
Yeah, it was a hard rush for sure, and just a little bit overzealous. So Pocahontas will keep their offense out on the field. 4:18 to play in this game. Nettleton has a 35-14 lead. been a pretty crisp game. It's been a fast-moving game. We've been playing for 2 hours right now, Kate, and got 4:18 to play. And I have a feeling this 4:18 is going to go pretty quickly. As Pocahontas keeps it on the ground. Not a whole lot of incomplete passes.
I feel like the Raiders have been in the driver's seat all night, though.
Raiders they led 21-0 at halftime, and they're up 35-14 right now here in the waning moments of the fourth quarter. Coffey gives to Womack. Womack running straight ahead. He's tackled. I believe that was Cohen Liggins who made the stop. It is Cohen. He lost his helmet. Gain of 5, and Cohen Liggins running off the field looking a little bit like he just got hit by a Mack truck. And that Womack, he's about 6'3", 260 pounds. Shout out to Cohen Liggins sticking his nose in there and making the tackle. But he knocked his helmet off. Cohen would stay out there, but by rule, you gotta hit the sideline if your helmet comes off. 2nd down and 5. They give to Womack, and this time he is stood up by the Raider defensive line. Keon Stallings in on the stop. It's gonna be a tackle for a loss. Jamarcus Johnson also there, as well as sophomore linebacker number 24, Damon Coleman. Short loss, a loss of 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for Pocahontas. Just over 3 minutes on the clock. Clock is at 3:10 and ticking. Raiders are winning 35-14. 3rd down and 7. Coffey rolling to his right, looking downfield under pressure. Boy, is hammered right as he throws. It is intercepted by the Raiders. That is Isaac Black with the interception. And holy cow, he was hammered. He was hammered right as he let that ball go. Did you see who it was that hit him? Let's look and see here. I believe it might have been Damon. I believe that's who it was. I believe it was Damon Coleman who laid the wood on him. Interception by Isaac Black, and the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line with 2:51 to play and a 35-14 lead. And Raider faithful here, they're sensing the win. They give to Xavier Harrell. Xavier bounces out right side, has the 1st down and then some. Across the 50, he's still on his feet. Across the 30, the 20, dashing down the sideline. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Xavier Harrell. Touchdown Raiders. Help me do the math, 68-yard touchdown run.
That was some crazy speed right there. He kicked it into 2nd gear.
He sure did. Xavier Harrell, he's I guess you'd call him the 2nd string running back. TJ Brown gets the start, but let me tell you something. If that's your 2nd string running back, you got a pretty good stable of horses in the backfield. Xavier Harrell with an impressive 68-yard touchdown run. Burst of speed, a lot of power. Mason Wan continues his perfect night. He boots it through the uprights with 2:37 to play in the game. The Raiders now lead 42-14 after a 68-yard touchdown run by Xavier Harrell. Back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. Woo, mercy.
Having trouble getting the trailer you need? Silverline Trailers, the largest trailer retailer in the USA, has the perfect solution for you. Guaranteed approval. No credit check required. Get the quality trailer you need at a price you can afford. With over 3,500 trailers available and more coming in daily, we'll find the perfect trailer for you. And at Silverline, we're always looking to hire good people. Visit our website, silverlinetrailer.com, for a location near you. You can stop by our Jonesboro location today at 3711 Stadium Boulevard or call 870-203-0000. Silverline Trailers, your trusted trailer retailer.
42-14, the Raiders have opened up a 28-point lead over Pocahontas with 2:37 to play in the game. Mason Wan on to kick off. It's a dynamic 68-yard touchdown run, if my math is correct, by Xavier Harrell. It's a squib kick, and number 33 for Pocahontas fields it. That's Levi Martin, and he takes a knee.
Made a business decision.
Instead of getting tattooed, he decided to take a knee. Like they say, he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day.
Right.
And Levi Martin made a decision to take a knee, to get the offense out there. 2:35 to play. Raiders are going to move to 1-1. They lead this game 42-14. Pocahontas, who's been playing slow tempo all night long, trying to shorten the game, let the clock run. I figure they'll continue to do that. They give the number 19 running up the middle. He's brought down by Cohen Liggins. Number 19 is Elijah Shepard. There is a flag on the play. Face mask against Nettleton. Don't know if that's the 5-yard variety or the 15-yard variety. Looks like it's a 5-yard. Well, no, it's a 15-yarder. 15 yards, and that'll be a first down. The ball will be into Nettleton territory. It'll be 1st and 10 Redskins from the Raider 47-yard line, or thereabouts. Coffey, the quarterback, looks to the sideline to get the play. 2:22 on the clock, and it is rolling now. Nettleton leads 42-14 over Pocahontas here in the fourth quarter. Play clock is at 5 as they get the play off. They give it to number 19, the senior running back. He is brought down by Damon Coleman. In on the stop, Damon Coleman, the sophomore linebacker, a gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Clock under a minute 50 now. If you're just now joining us, Nettleton leads 42-14. They led 21-0 at half, 28-8 at the end of the third quarter, and here as the fourth quarter is coming to a close, they lead 42-14.
Can't be mad at that.
It's a good night for the Raiders, and Pocahontas still moving slowly. I think they got to be pleased with some of the things they've seen from their young team. Tackle in the backfield. Hey, that's number 54, Clark Phillips, with a nice tackle for a short. I started to say a tackle for a loss. It was a tackle for a loss. It's going to be a short loss, but a good play there by Clark Phillips. Are you serious, Clark? Clark made the stop, and I love to see it. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Redskins. Less than a minute to play now. The clock is at 49 and ticking. 3rd down and 7 for the Redskins. They got time for a couple of more plays. It's 3rd down and 7. They give to number 19. Again, Clark Phillips, number 54. You cannot stop Clark Phillips. You can only hope to contain him. 2 straight plays that Clark Phillips made a tackle for a loss. It's 4th down and 8 now for Pocahontas. And with 19 seconds on the clock, something tells me they're going to just let the clock roll. The Redskins are walking to the sideline. The first victory the Nettleton Raiders ever had in their football history was against Pocahontas, and now the most recent one is against Pocahontas as Nettleton wins this one 42-14. The Raiders running off the field, jumping up and down jubilantly. What a great game, a bounce-back win for the Raiders. They moved to 1-1 on the season. We'll take a 4-minute break, and when we come back, we will have the post-game show, the Lexicon post-game show. Time for, I'll tell you, if you don't know what Lexicon is, you can check them out at lexicon-inc.com/football. That's lexicon-inc.com/football. Lexicon post-game show when we come back in 4 minutes. Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Evolve Bank and Trust is now bringing full-service banking to Jonesboro. To celebrate, we're offering you $200 extra. Just open a new checking account with Evolve. Have at least 2 qualifying direct deposits of $500 or more within 90 days. Then we'll deposit $200 extra into your account. It's just that easy. Open a new Evolve checking account and receive an extra $200 in your account. Plus, free checks for a year. Restrictions apply. Visit getevolved.com/special promotion for more details, or come in and see us at 111 East Huntington Avenue, Suite A, or call us at 870-933-2480. That's 870-933-2480. Evolve Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
You love your truck, and Plaza Tire Service is here to help you make it even better with custom wheels, leveling kits, and the area's best selection of light truck tires, ATs, mud tires, and RTs up to 35s and bigger. Plaza Tire Service has the tires you want in stock today, and we'll help you select a great combination that gets your truck exactly the way you want it. In Jonesboro and South Caraway, and now at our newest location on East Johnson Avenue. The biggest selection, the best service, and the lowest prices on light truck tires are at Plaza Tire Service.
This is Keith Baird with the Baird Auto Group. There's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Bear does it all for you.
Having trouble getting the trailer you need? Silverline Trailers, the largest trailer retailer in the USA, has the perfect solution for you. Guaranteed approval. No credit check required. Get the quality trailer you need at a price you can afford. With over 3,500 trailers available and more coming in daily, we'll find the perfect trailer for you. And at Silverline, we're always looking to hire good people. Visit our website, silverlinetrailer.com, for a location near you. You can stop by our Jonesboro location today at 3711 Stadium Boulevard or call 870-203-0000. Silverline Trailers, your trusted trailer retailer.
Mom, I can't get my homework to upload.
Dad, my video game is froze again.
Babe, is our internet down again? I'm missing the big game.
Honey, I'm trying to make this online payment, but it just keeps buffering.
Get your life up to speed with high-speed internet from Empower Broadband. Empower's reliable service brings high-speed internet to even the most remote areas of Northeast Arkansas. With Empower Broadband, you can stream your favorite movies, video chat with loved ones, work from home without interruptions, and so much more. Empower Broadband. Life up to speed. For more info, visit empowerbroadband.com.
Hi, this is Bob Moore with More Air Conditioning. AC issues in the summer interrupt your life in more ways than one. We're here to help. When you need your air conditioning repaired, you need it fast. Get more assurance with the More same-day guarantee. We'll send a licensed, trained, and background check technician to your home the same day you call, or you don't pay a service fee. That's the More Assurance Guarantee, creating comfort one home at a time. 870-336-2023.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
Valley View High School Athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field, where Nettleton has defeated Pocahontas 42-14. Want to welcome you into the Lexicon postgame show. Lexicon can help you reach your goals and success. If you want to find out more, go to lexicon-inc.com/football. That's lexicon-inc.com/football to learn more. Well, the Raiders moved to 1-1 on the season as they dispatch the Pocahontas Redskins, who came in and played hard, but they were just overmatched by the Raiders tonight. 42-14. The Raiders, if you're watching on the live stream still, you see them jumping up and down out there on that beautiful oval end here at Raider Field. Jubilant team, and they should be, as they move to 1-1 on the season with a big win over the always tough Pocahontas Redskins. The Raiders got the scoring started early in the first quarter. Their first possession, as a matter of fact, they marched down the field and scored it was a 5-yard touchdown run by downtown TJ Brown. That made the score 6-0. Mason Wan kicked the PAT. That made it 7-0. Then Curtis Smith, the playmaker, scored the first of his 4 touchdowns on the night, a 9-yard run with 3:12 remaining in the first quarter, made the score 14-0 after the Mason won PAT. Second quarter, more of the same. Curtis Smith, the playmaker, dynamic 85-yard touchdown run with 4:26 remaining after Mason Wan booted the field goal. It was 21-0. The Raiders went into the half with a 21-0 lead. They outscored them 14-0 in the first quarter, 7-0 in the second quarter. Third quarter, Pocahontas on the very first possession of the half, they scored a touchdown. Dylan Lindsay set the tone with a great kickoff return, and Pocahontas with a nice methodical drive. They made the score 21-6. Kind of a strange play. It was a fumble recovery in the end zone by number 14, Stephen Baltz. Stephen fell on the ball. I believe it was their running back Hibbard who fumbled it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was.
Hibbard fumbled the ball into the end zone, and before the Raiders could get it, number 14, Stephen Baltz, alertly pounced on the ball. Touchdown, Stephen Baltz. Touchdown, Pocahontas. They went for 2, and the 2-point conversion was good. Their quarterback, DJ Coffey, who had a heck of a game tonight. Very impressed with that young man. DJ Coffey found Zane Hibbard in the end zone. The 2-point conversion was good, and that made the score Nettleton 21, Pocahontas 8. Nettleton answered in the third quarter. Just a couple of minutes later, less than 2 minutes later actually, a 70-yard touchdown pass from the Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, to the playmaker, Curtis Smith. Nettleton put the ball in the end zone. They answered immediately, and that made the score 28-8. That was the score at the end of the third quarter. The fourth quarter, Pocahontas scored first. A 1-yard run by DJ Coffey, the quarterback, with 8:43 remaining, made the score 28-14. The 2-point conversion was no good, and it was all Raiders from there. Another long touchdown pass from the Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, to the playmaker, Curtis Smith. It was made the score 35-14 after the Mason won PAT. That's what the score was, with 6:12 remaining in the game. And then Nettleton capped the scoring. Their talented sophomore running back, they got a couple of them, but their second talented sophomore running back, Xavier Harrell, he busted loose for a 68-yard touchdown run. Impressive run by the Raiders sophomore Xavier Harrell. Mason Wan, who was a perfect 6 for 6 in PATs, he booted the extra point, and the final score after that Xavier Harrell touchdown run with 2:37 remaining in the game. Your final score, 42-14. Nettleton moves to 1-1 on the season. Pocahontas drops to 0-2. Kate, at this time, it's time to name the JOSM player of the game.
Let's do it.
And you and I think we agree on this one. The player of the game is the man who scored 4 touchdowns tonight. He wears number 5. He's known as the playmaker. I'm talking about Curtis Smith. What a night for Curtis. Last year he scored, I believe it was 22 touchdowns on the year, pretty much equally from the running and passing. Well, tonight he scored 2 touchdowns rushing, 2 touchdowns receiving. They call him the playmaker.
And he made some tackles.
And he made some tackles as well. He's a football player.
That's awesome.
Offensively, defensively, Curtis got the job done. He is the JOSM player of the game. JOSM player of the game is brought to you by Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game for more than 40 years. Next week, we will be at Blytheville, 7 o'clock kickoff. We hope that all of you can join the broadcast and listen to the Raiders as we try to move to 2-1 on the season as we take on the always tough Blytheville Chickasaws. Cade, any final comments? Any final thoughts for you from the night?
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders. That's all that we need to say. Great job, Colin Color. Appreciate you joining us. Next week, we'll bring you the action from Blytheville. For all of us here at Nettleton, for for Gavin Grubbs, the producer, for Blake Isbell, the director here at NTV, for Isabella Devereaux, for Jacob Linderman, the camera operators tonight, for Chris Schropel, who also helped out with the running of the camera, for all of us here at Nettleton. Tyler Craig, the man was in the booth with us. He's concussion protocol. He'll be back on the field where he belongs next week at Blyville, laying some wood to the Chickasaws. But we appreciate Tyler helping us out. For all of us here at Nettleton, thank you for joining us. The Raiders win tonight, 42-14. And again, do not turn off your radio. Flip it over to 95.3. My man Bud Stropel will be calling the Jonesboro game. And then the Friday Night Light scoreboard show brought to you by Kavanaugh Auto Group. My man Will Oswalt will have a full recap of everything going on across the area and across the state. It's the best scoreboard show in the state. Will Oswalt will have that for you on 95.3. For all of us here at Nettleton, thank you for joining us. Raiders win 42-14. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
You've been listening to Nettleton Raider Football on 101.3 Bob FM. Presented by NEA Baptist, Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, First National Bank, and Kavanaugh Auto Group.
This has been a presentation of the EAB Sports Network.
Bob